Welcome, welcome, welcome to Your Aunties Could Never, with aunties that you wish you had. I'm Auntie AK, the auntie of all aunties, and I'm here with...
I'm Farah, your resident Caribbean queen. Hey.
I'm Nana, a.k.a. the Black Fairy, a.k.a. Dark and Lovely.
Hold on, what happened there?
This is my intro.
No, I've lost my mind.
What?
I don't know. I felt like, because last week, I came after you. Yeah. It just did my head in, just then. I'm very sorry, I apologise. But it threw me.
Yeah, that's the...
Yeah, I know, that's the normal order. But it threw me. Anyway, sorry.
And allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm all things sugar and shade, Sade.
Hey!
I want to say, when you say Caribbean, I want to say Caribbean queen. I want to sing.
I mean, that's what I sing in my head.
Why don't you just...
Let's face it.
Next time I might just.
That is what I do in my head.
Coming up in today's show, we've got, as usual, Enemy of Progress. We've got Welcome to the Family, and we will be solving some juicy, juicy, juicy dilemmas.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, don't forget to please like, comment, and subscribe. And...
Book the like button. 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 Book.
Okay. Yeah. I'm happy. Yeah.
Well done.
You do
well done, well done. Yeah.
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
True.
Well done. Yeah.
That energy all
We
the
need
time.
a rap
please.
to it.
No, we don't.
Actually
No.
It could actually be a track on the album.
Listen, can I just say something here? Like, we've got to a place where we actually really...
But it's not
appreciate
about you.
it.
For the show, I was talking about our album.
For the sisters with no voices.
Oh, okay.
It's for the sisters with no voices album. Okay, cool. Do
Aunties
you, boo?
with no-
Do
aunties
you,
with-
boo,
Aunties
boo?
with voices.
Aunties
With
with
no
voices.
voices.
Original bad girl.
Yeah.
Nil
The nenes.
Nil bois
From when they are.
voices.
From
We've got
19 or long.
jackets. From when?
From 19 or long. Not long.
Okay, guys, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Music, please rate the pod. We only accept, what's that, 5 stars only?
5 stars only.
Not
5
one,
stars.
not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5.
5 stars only. And please leave your comments.
Like the
We
80s
might-
band. Sorry.
That's true. 5 star.
Oh,
Can't
wait
wait.
them.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. I can't wait another minute.
Oh, yeah.
For it all to begin. No, they were the budget Jackson 5.
They were.
They
They
were.
did very well.
They,
Are they all
they
about-
did well, but they were... No,
Have you
I swear one of them died.
Oh,
No,
really?
No, one of them's changed.
Oh.
As in-
Stedman. It's different.
Okay.
Oh.
What, trans?
Not trans, but
Don't
just
make me
different.
say something.
Oh.
It's fine.
Just
I didn't
different in
know
his
that.
look.
I didn't know that.
He's changed his look a lot.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do you
So
remember
really
this
like the
before?
Jacksons then?
Similarly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, 5 star.
I'd like
5
to
star.
know where they
I
are
mean, he's
now.
still a human being.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. It's like, he's changed.
He changed into a dolphin.
No, he's changed. He's significantly changed. That's why. Like when you
okay.
Google, he's
Does
significantly
he still
changed.
identify as a he?
As far as I know, I'm not sure.
Okay,
but I just
cool.
know there's a very significant change. If you see the pictures, you'll be like, oh, wow, that's different.
Seen him.
What's
Okay.
his name? Oh, what's
Stedman.
his name? Stedman.
From 5 star.
Interesting.
Stedman. Cool.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, guys. So there's a lot has been happening. We'd like to send thoughts and prayers to the family of Morgan Heritage. Peter Morgan, the lead singer, has sadly passed away. He was only 46. So sending lots of love to his family and friends. And we're also sending love to our queen of TV, daytime TV, Trisha Goddard, who's recently revealed that her breast cancer that she fought before has returned and is incurable. She's got an interview in Hello Magazine right now that speaks about it. In Brighton news, possibly, Wiley's had his MBE stripped away.
I mean, why did he have it to begin with? That's
There's
what
that.
I thought.
Exactly.
And he's unbothered because he told them to take away in 2020.
Years ago. Yes, exactly.
He did, but, you know, why did you have it?
More importantly, where is Kate Middleton, please?
It come
Where
like,
is
where's
she?
Wally? Has anybody seen Kate?
Where's Kate?
Where is she?
It's crazy.
And I love that
How
no
long
one's
has it
saying
been
anything.
since she's been seen?
8 months, apparently.
No,
is it not?
No, she's on, this is,
Someone
she's
said that.
on her second month, 8 weeks.
8 weeks. Sorry, my bad.
The second month of not being seen. And apparently
suspect.
some palaces are now, I think it may be Buckingham, are now asking William to release something.
Produce
Oh
your
my
wife.
God.
Too many people
Oh, that's a
asking
release
where
your
is
wife
she?
from the dungeon.
Like, give a picture.
So she could be like really
But what-
on
what-
death's
what-
door, or, you know.
Spanish news is saying that she never left the hospital. She is still in an induced coma and
What?
is in
Wait,
hospital.
coma?
But what happened to her?
But whatever
Allegedly.
the surgery was,
Allegedly.
this is what's in the Spanish newspapers. It's literally you can
And
go
you know the
online
Spanish
see it.
newspaper can print whatever they want.
It's there.
Yeah.
That's what they are saying.
Allegedly.
Our
Sorry.
newspapers are not saying anything.
Because they're not allowed
No.
yet.
But Buckingham Palace is saying that a statement needs to be released.
does need
because
to be
too many
Wow.
people. Where's Kate Middleton?
What did you do with your wife, Will?
Okay, so there's
We'll
that.
never know.
England councils are on the verge of going bankrupt.
Birmingham has gone bankrupt.
And
Yeah.
London.
ain't got no money.
All
going bankrupt.
councils.
Yeah, well,
That's what it's
No, because where's our money gone?
cancelled.
True.
council life is horrid. Chili from TLC corrects the fan who called her chocolate by saying, no, I'm caramel.
Duh.
Yeah.
Idiot. Sorry.
It was a weird
So
one.
dumb.
It was a weird one to come out of your social media live to come and comment on that. Don't know why. And Shamima Begum has had her latest UK citizenship appeal rejected. She's not getting it, is she?
No, she's not coming back.
Anyway,
Are they making an example of her?
100%.
Yeah.
they're making an example
Or
of
why,
her, and
should
it
we
is
say?
really not fair.
Mm.
She was a child. She was trafficked. You know.
Did you see that comparison? There's
Yeah.
a white girl who was far right terrorism. I can't remember.
And didn't
Where
she
did
go
she
and fight
go?
in the IDF? IOF. IOF.
Where
Because I'm
was the
saying it,
IOF?
we're not allowed to say it.
She
so
went
I said it.
there.
Yeah.
She went
that place.
Travelled
Okay.
somewhere though.
Yeah, she
and
did.
then she was allowed back in because she's
Yeah.
15. It's actually the same age and everything. And they were like, no, she was trafficked, but she's white. And also she was fighting for a far right terrorist group as well. So there's loads of layers to actually that doesn't go against the British. And she's been allowed back.
Mad thing. Dame Dash has been ordered to sell his shares in Rock Nation to settle a debt. Jay-Z and Biggs, his former business partners, have advocated for him not to, but the court said, nah, bruv.
That's his asset, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Germany's legalised personal weed use. And Michael Ilisami, a former contestant on 90 Day Fiance, has gone missing after moving to America.
Apparently he's been found now.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
He's been found.
Yeah.
What happened?
Basically, he was running away from his wife because he's
Kelsey,
scared,
please.
and he's got a new girl now, and he doesn't want to go back.
He always
home.
had a
Is
gal.
his new girl
to Eva
American?
Holmes. We don't know.
He doesn't want to go to Nigerian home.
No,
or
he doesn't want to
American.
go.
I mean, do you not watch 90 Day Fiance?
No.
Okay, so this is like standard material. The going missing part is extreme, but the marrying somebody and then like after they get their papes, like saying nah, I'm okay. That's normal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It happens. There are very few, let me say, 90 day fiance weddings that are successful and long term
So why does this show exist?
because
It's
people want to
hella
find love.
entertaining.
I mean, if you
She's a
see
grandma.
the matches, yeah.
She's a grandma.
How old is she?
Oh, then
Hold
I've
on.
seen filtered pictures.
She's
of her
like
then.
59 or something.
And how old's he?
Yeah, 30 something.
Come
Isn't he?
on.
I don't know.
Why does
I'd
it
have
have
to
let me search.
call a friend. I don't know.
I'll be doing hella
Okay.
guessing
But,
recently.
I didn't think she was that old.
No,
but
she
I was
is.
seeing. I'm sure I was looking at filtered
If
pictures.
you ever, you lot should actually watch. Do you know what? I beg
Is
you
it
watch
better than
90 Day
Love is Blind?
Fiance.
That's the only one I can watch.
No, because Love is Blind is a completely different concept.
I'm just saying.
90 Day Fiance is they
okay,
imagine.
like,
I know.
all reality in
90
one
Day
box.
Fiance is basically like these people have gone somewhere and met someone that doesn't live in the country and they
Like
fall in love and they want
passport
them to
bros.
come back exactly. And they want them to come back and they get a 90-day window. So in those 90 days, you can have them there, but you must get married. So it's like people either get married at the end of it or they don't.
I actually really like.
You should watch it. It is so fucking funny.
It's
yeah?
It's not good.
Some of the people,
If
seriously.
you have a passport
what
and
I'm
you live in a
saying.
Western country, I feel like it can be part of your duty to give somebody else who doesn't have that passport a passport.
A
I actually
chance.
think this is a really
Some
good
of the
idea.
people-
You
the
got to give
pairings.
something back.
You're like,
Do you know what I mean?
your vagina or your wee.
no, but they do. They move in with them, and they do like they're
Yeah.
getting married, isn't it? It's like
Sorry.
it's real. They're getting married.
Michael's 32 and she's 54.
Okay.
And they pretended that they were in
I
love.
don't. No, it's not.
No,
they're not
but you said
pretending.
it, that people
Huh?
are saying
The
they're
pers-
old school.
The person who's got the green card or the passport
He's
or
not in
whatever
love
the
with
case may be, they're in it to win it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then you have to question the person who wants the green card.
Of
or
course.
whatever.
Yeah.
That and if you watch 90 Day Fiance, sometimes it's very clear man's in it
Yeah.
for the papes.
But then,
So sometimes the men get upset, like when it's the girls and they're just like, "Well, you know, would you like me if I didn't have money?" And they're like,
yeah.
"No."
Yeah.
And they get
There
proper-
have been some brutal ones. Yeah.
I mean, that is
I might peep it.
Yes.
I might peep the show.
It's hella
But
entertaining.
Michael and Angela have actually had a relationship for a couple of years before he was able to get.
But that's what happens.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but like, what do you mean
a while?
relationship? Do you know what I mean?
He had to wait in Nigeria before he could get to America for a
But
little
okay,
bit.
cool. But that's like having a pen pal.
But and this is the thing, because a lot of them, they go on a one holiday, right? And they've gone on holiday and they meet a man on the beach. They meet Dexter on the beach, right? And then Dexter said, "Girl, what's your crane mode?" Right, swinging his long dick. And then Dexter will make friends with her, give her the grind of her life,
and be like,
I love you. No other girl can chat to you. And the next thing that you know, she goes home and she's all doolally for Dexter's ding dong, and then she's like sending him money. Sending him like, and then they have to. Then the process waits, and she goes back, and it happens, and then eventually it's like, let's get married. I can't be without you.
And they've made a TV show out of this.
It's been going for years.
I know. I didn't know that was
I've got to watch it.
No, actually, watch it. I'd really like to see you lot's review on it.
Okay.
Watch it. It's a joke.
Oh yeah, we could watch it.
All right. And Alicia Keys has blamed her cape on her vocal failure at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
She's a joker.
So she always wearing a cape.
Alicia ain't been able to sing since I remember her doing Fall In when I went to America, New York. Maybe this is like 1999. She couldn't sing then. She can't sing. She can't sing live.
She couldn't sing in a crowd of one.
And
But big up anyway. She got covered.
A lot of people cannot sing live though.
No, they
Let's be
can't.
real.
It's
Do you know what I mean? It's a very.
It is. Some people,
you know what I mean?
Some people are definitely.
She's a good writer.
And some people are studio singers.
Yeah.
You know, and that's fine. But
Like
no,
Donald
We've
Jones.
always known her limited range.
Donald Jones is the one that cannot sing live to save his life. Awful. So disappointing.
Oh, I love him.
No, it's so disappointing.
Yeah.
just in, Ja Rule has been denied entry into the UK. He had a whole tour set up. People had tickets. People are fuming.
Fire.
Fans are obviously blaming 50 Cent.
Fire.
Who says nothing. It is fire.
It's fire.
Bro, what are you
But
gonna do?
my thing is, like, didn't you check before you got here?
Well, this is my point too. Because before you go and book a whole tour, you have to get your
He said
shit
he
in
spent
place.
$500,000 or whatever.
I don't give a damn. Like, who did that? How did you not have
Why
your
do
shit
we
in place?
believe him?
I
He
don't
done
believe him.
Fire
Fire.
Festival. Do you know what I
Fire.
mean? Like,
So that.
I don't
Gunning.
believe him.
People are like, the tickets weren't selling, so you're cancelling.
Yeah. 50 wasn't buying.
tickets, though.
50 weren't buying no tickets this time round.
You know, I hadn't actually thought of it that way. Yeah, maybe tickets weren't selling and he's just using this.
Now you can claim on the insurance.
How long ago was his criminal record? I swear it was ages ago. So is the British... I don't believe... Yeah, he's cancelled for the sake of it.
I would like to contact the British Embassy.
Or is he a
about
donor?
45.
Do you know what I mean? He might just be a
A
donor.
donor. But then come on, it's like
I think
the
he is a
history of
donor.
coming abroad, and you know the UK is funny. It's not like there's not stories and stories, especially about rappers, especially black rappers. There's a legacy of them not being able to come into the country. So how did you not do your due diligence? You
I don't
know.
believe him. I actually don't
It's because
believe
of
him.
the
I don't believe him.
ticket sales, I bet.
Yeah.
I don't believe
Ja
him.
Rule will lie. We know this because of Fire Festival. So I don't believe him.
And we know this because it's
I
Ja
just think
Rule.
because like he's got hits, but oh well, he needs to just join a multi-tour rather than a solo.
That's exactly what he should
Just
do.
be part of a big bill.
Like all the 90s people, he should be on that
People
tour.
love Ja Rule though.
He's got hits.
They do.
Yeah.
They love
He has
his
got
music.
hits.
Let me say that.
Yeah,
not
there we
his
go.
business
Yeah.
acumen.
Yeah.
But who are you going to bring with you? That's the thing about
He should
Ja
bring
Rule.
a shanty. That's what he should do.
She ain't travelling
could do
nowhere
him on-
No.
at the moment.
Oh yeah, she's.
No,
Baby, 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 baby. Baby, 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 baby.
All right, let's get into welcome. Oh no, who's our enemy of progress? Auntie Nana, take it away.
Okay, let's start off with the man of the moment. He has actually been on our enemy of progress list. I swear this is about his fourth
Rolling.
run. But obviously Diddy has found himself at the butt of another lawsuit again. And this has been brought back by a producer by the name of Little Rod. And he was living with Diddy for about 13 months while they were doing the Love album. The album that Diddy has recently released. So these dates are from 2022 to 2023.
Wow.
While he was actually fighting with Cassie as to how he was going to compensate her for that abuse. Little Rod, I read about 50 pages of this lawsuit and it has pictures in it as well. He accuses Diddy, the CEO of Universal Music, the CEO of Motown Music, Diddy's son, Justin, is in there. He also talks about Usher, Meek Mills, and Chris Brown. All of them are affiliated with various forms of Diddy's parties. And in these parties, there's lots of various different illegal activities that take place that involve drugs and every debauchery that could take place, he is saying he witnessed in these 13 months with Diddy, and he's asking for, I think it's going between 20 million to 40 million is what he's after in compensation for what he was put through. And Cuba Gooding Jr. is also named in there as well as somebody who tried to touch him up, and he has pictures.
Of this hutching up?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Are they in the document?
That's actually in the document.
Can you see
No
them?
way.
Yes, you can see it.
You can
Cuba
see the
Gooding
people.
Jr.
Where's the
No
document? 'Cause I tried
way.
to look for it early on and I couldn't.
I'll send
Put
you
the link in the group.
Yeah, I'll put it in the, yes. It's
Maybe
it's a
we want to
crazy
move
one.
that Ciroc bottle.
Apparently, he was
doesn't
also,
own- yeah.
he was lacing his
Ciroc.
drinks.
I'm not surprised.
Yes,
Crazy.
and Little Rod is saying he saw all of this taking place, and he has video footage. He said he has hundreds of hours of footage. So in each claim, at the bottom of it, it's like, and I can provide pictures or video footage or
Shit.
audio
Why did he not just...
that
Anyway,
this took place.
I was going to say, how did he let it get so far? Not Little
Valid
Rod,
question.
but I mean, like,
Did he?
Diddy. If Diddy knows,
get-
because he would, the evidence would have been presented to him through his lawyers, right? You're letting this get exposed. You're finished, mate. You're done
You
out
probably
here.
can't afford not to
Yeah.
let it go exposed. He probably would have had to pay off people,
Yeah.
have people in his pocket and everything like that. So he probably can't afford it anymore.
Yes, yeah.
He's finished, mate.
I think so.
So my man was just compiling evidence for the 2 years that he
Someone's
was with
going to
Yeah.
do that to you. It's just that delusion of grandeur that you can just sit there, do all this nastiness, and think no one's going to come for you. What is that deal with the devil that we've talked about
Yeah.
before? Like, what is it where you are so deluded that it's going to be you that's going to get away with it?
But you've got
Or is
your-
it like, F it, I'm just going to do it till the wheels fall off. When the wheels fall off, it's a fair cop,
I
gov.
think it's fear. He actually, so within the document, the guy says he was really, really scared. And actually, if Diddy had just paid him, so he was trying to con him out of just even his producing work.
Wow.
He was like, if Diddy had just paid him, he would have gone to the grave with all of this information. He just
So
wasn't
he
going to
tried to do
Diddy again.
Diddy, screw,
He was
Diddy
trying
tried to do his
a
normal
Diddy.
thing,
But
screw
then
people
why?
over.
13
now?
months, I'm going to give you $22,000.
What?
That's how much he wanted to pay him. I've lived in
ridiculous.
your house, worked with 13 months. He's like, this is how much I'm going to pay you.
Why?
And I'm going to take half of your publishing. So
Yeah, he was trying
this
to
is
do
the
old
problem.
school.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, so if he paid him, he wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, he
So
said he
all-
was
I mean,
gonna
he-
take
So,
it away.
but this is what I'm saying.
Complicit.
Like all the girls that he's seen
Complicit.
being drugs, the people being in touch inappropriately, all the footage that he has, he was just going to take that to the grave.
Yes.
And he's supposed to be a noble person.
Know what?
No,
Like,
he's
do you know
not
what I
even
mean?
saying he's
Like,
noble.
You're absolutely
no,
right.
I'm not saying he's saying that, but
Yeah.
like he's presenting himself like I'm the victim here, but you're willing to let other victims.
He was
like,
willing to
do you know
sell
what I
his
mean?
soul for money, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all the people that are mentioned as well. How deep is it? Like, what age was Usher? Because we all know that Usher was potentially groomed, allegedly, that he was
Well,
groomed
Diddy-
under Diddy's, world.
They
Umbrella.
both have admitted that when Usher was like, basically Usher's mum was like, go and live with Diddy, innit, or whatever it was at that time.
Yeah.
And he was extremely young, and Diddy was bringing in big women. That's why Usher had like this big woman fetish for a long time,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yes. It's,
But he
it's
did
a
like
bit mad.
He did, but,
go out
you
with
know.
older women.
He did.
Showing
Why I
evidence
say
of
he
faith.
was
Because
threatened.
Diddy wanted him to make, sorry to interrupt you, that first album, he wanted Usher to know, to have the experience.
The soul of it.
For the songs.
to
That's how
actually live it.
he dressed it up.
Yeah.
That's how he
Always
dressed up.
justifying things. But also, what he does state in there quite a few times is how scared he was. So Diddy, at one point, this is allegedly, but there are pictures in there as well. He witnessed somebody being shot. And this happened in a bathroom, and there was only 3 people in there. Diddy, Justin Combs, and the man who got shot. Diddy and Justin came out of the bathroom. The guy goes in. The third party is on the floor, and he's been shot in the stomach, and he had to take him out to the ambulance. There are documents that there was a shooting that took place. They told the police that he was shot in a drive-by outside, and this guy has pictures of the actual bathroom is full of blood. So that happened inside there, and he was like, then Diddy showed him a gun a few times. People were handing him guns, so he was really scared. That actually, if I speak on anything, Diddy's going to kill me.
And then-
He
So
also
then what's
has gone
making
into
him not
hiding
scared?
now.
Oh, okay, thank
He's
you.
gone into
There we
hiding
go,
now,
thanks.
and he did a sign off online like, I have to go into hiding. Obviously, you guys are going to know why I've gone into hiding, and then the documents
Okay,
came
'cause
out.
that's what I was going to ask.
So you got this is maybe it's inappropriate, but your playlist, how far reaching?
Bro,
Everything's got to be one.
you know what?
Not
yeah?
everything.
No.
But I'm just
The
saying,
thing is,
what
like,
Diddy has touched.
what I've kind of come to at the moment, let me say this because it might change depending on how everything goes. But like seriously, putting all the kind of like very tragic and traumatic things aside, like for my own personal, do you know what I mean? Like I don't even know, peace of mind, yeah. I can't get rid of everything. I'm not gonna listen to anything that is on his own albums. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
But if he's featured in something, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Because even like I can't even remember how we got there. But like I was listening to Mariah Carey last night and like
Honey.
I love what do you call it? Fantasy.
Yes.
He's in that.
Yes.
Honey,
Yes.
he's in that. He's in bare tracks that I like.
Yep.
I would
Do you know what I
have
mean?
to never listen to Biggie ever again. And let's face facts, that ain't never
happening.
ever gonna happen. I can't. What I really would appreciate, yeah, if someone could just go out there and remove all the Diddy
Isms.
and even put
AI
it
could
in.
probably do
The
that.
thing is, this is what I'm
Put
saying.
someone else in its
Spotify
place.
needs to be able to do it. You need to be able to press a button to say,
selling your ID.
like, do you know what I mean? I mean, like, pick it up, man. Do you know what I mean? Just do it. I'd prefer someone just actually done it. But if they had a button like anything produced by this person, put on pause.
Yeah.
Anything that features this person, put on pause.
Yeah.
And then maybe you could, do you know what I mean? Like
Filter.
oh, yeah,
Should
you know,
so be able to
I
do
think
that.
that would be great.
Yeah.
That would really
Make
be
it
great.
easier for us.
Because
Yeah.
I'm absolutely with you. I don't want to listen to him anymore. You know, I'm not going to play his music or his
Produced
own,
or just his
no. I
vocals?
mean, like
His
his
vocals,
vocals,
hearing
his
his voice.
albums.
That's more
I don't
difficult.
want to do that.
It's easier to not. It's easier to hear tracks that he's made than
Yeah.
he's actually hearing his voice. With R. Kelly, there's like maybe what Cut Close and some Aaliyah tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe like I can still listen to Aaliyah. I don't
The
really. listen to
Aaliyah
as
tracks,
much,
I try
but-
not to listen
but
to the
it's-
ones he did. in all
Yeah.
honesty,
Yeah.
But it's
because
just like
the lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's,
what
it's
about
a
the
lot.
other guys though involved? I mean, not all of them have the same claims against them. Some of them is like they did things with Diddy, but others they were doing things with underage girls. Like
Who?
Chris Brown has been named as doing that. Meek Mills has been named as doing that. Christian Combs has been named as doing
I
that.
don't listen to
Cuba
any of them.
Gooding Jr. has been
Don't
named
watch
as
him.
doing
Cuba's
nefarious
got a
things.
few things
He's
out
got
at the
things
moment,
going
doesn't
on.
it?
He's a troubled man.
Yeah,
isn't
he is.
He's trouble. It seems like
It
it.
seems like it.
Yeah, I don't listen to any of that. Do you know what I will miss though? What's it called? I Need a Girl Part 2.
Yeah, the remix. Yeah.
Oh, that's
That came on my.
I will
That
miss
came
that
on
track.
my.
It's a
I'm
track.
gonna miss it.
It came on my
I like
thing
Meek
today,
Mill's
and I
as,
had to press forward.
Oh, so yeah, exactly.
I like
As
Meek
soon
Mill's
as he
Dreams and
started
Nightmares. So
I do like
do
Meek.
Meek Mill. I do
yeah,
like
yeah,
Meek.
Dreams-
I like Meek.
That's-
Yeah.
I like Meek, man.
Oh,
But like, yeah,
Well,
but
obviously-
I mean, like to
obviously
be
I like Chris
fair,
Brown.
allegedly for him.
Allegedly.
Do you know what I mean?
Until-
Like
until- yeah.
seriously,
Yeah.
Diddy, it's not looking good, mate.
All right, guys. So,
looking good.
Diddy, you're staying on this list, and it's a damn shame. But
He's never gonna be
you're not
removed.
being removed from any
I need
progress.
him to go to prison. Do
Yeah.
any of you actually think that he will go to prison for his crimes? Or is he just going to fade into obscurity and disappear?
You know what? I think no, because Trump should be in prison. He's not.
Yeah, we're in a
Do you know what I
world
mean?
where
So someone like him can just evade everything and still run for president. Like you,
And probably
you got
is
to
going
sell
to
assets.
But
Do you know what I
Trump's
mean?
not black.
It's crazy. But no, but still, like I feel like it's just so easy. Like you've got someone like what's his name, Bill Cosby, in prison, out of prison. Do you know what I mean? Like even if he did go, he's not necessarily going to stay there for long.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I
Like,
think
I don't think
depends
it's
on-
going to happen.
It depends on the type of crimes, isn't it?
and there's so much visual evidence. If this visual evidence is verified and legitimized, it's going to be hard for him not to go in.
Imagine Diddy's going to go into the deep.
Heart of the belly of the beast.
Right.
Do you think
Well, some people are saying he's going to enjoy it.
He's going to rule the prison.
That's
He,
what I-
100%. Exactly.
Oh my God, he's
Oh
going to.
no, as long as he doesn't buck up on Suge
He's
Knight.
going to
We should never do death row times two.
be. Shit.
I can't. And,
That would be
I know that's the
women
thing.
gigs
Sorry,
as well.
Suge Knight did warn us.
Yes.
He
yes.
said
Yeah, he should
all
shut
up
up
in the
as well, then.
videos.
He did.
Do you know what I mean? Talking on all the tracks.
Suge did his.
Did say.
Sugar
But
just as
Suge ain't.
bad.
He
Suge ain't
ruined
clean.
it.
Suge ain't clean.
Suge-
either.
Suge
Yeah,
has
yeah, I know, I
definitely-
know.
He's
They're
been
as bad
talking
as
about
each
it.
other.
He's been talking about him actually. Suge
Yeah.
has a podcast that comes out on
That's
YouTube.
crazy.
I think I
And
saw a
he's-
clip.
It's called Collect Call.
It's a wicked title.
He's a
though.
joker.
He's an idiot.
They call him up up and he talks about all the stuff that took place from prison. I think it's brilliant. He talks about Diddy a lot.
Oh, what does he say about Diddy?
Diddy. So he
man.
absolutely says Diddy had all the things to get rid of Biggie. It was Diddy that actually sorted that out.
Jesus.
He paid the
They've been
hitman.
saying that.
He has said that Diddy is like one of the biggest drug dealers. I think this was maybe a month ago he said that. And then it came out that Diddy also is probably being investigated alongside BMF because he may be a drug lord as well. And this guy kind of backs it up also in there. He says there's a lot of drugs that just gets brought in and seems to be distributed from Diddy's houses.
I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised.
So it seems like he is a gangster.
I mean, Diddy's daddy, Daddy Diddy, he died. That he was killed like when Diddy was very young, but he was about that life, isn't it? So
He was a road man.
Does
Yeah.
he inherit his territories?
he's got to have goddads and whatnot, and people, and who knows?
he may have done it. But also Giggs has come under
Caught
fire
strays, yeah.
because of his association with Diddy, and somebody was like, calling him a funny man, and I'm a bit scared of Giggs. I wouldn't call him out, but Young Spray decided to be like 50 Cent. Like Giggs is out here.
Shut it down.
Young
with a quick
Spray needs
tweet.
to understand that he is not 50 Cent, yeah?
And I don't know who he thinks he's bringing to task. Yeah?
Gigs, are you all right?
Like, you just go back to your crack. Yeah?
Isn't it glass houses
Relax.
and stuff like that? Glass houses.
It absolutely is glass houses. For
Yeah.
Young Spray to be calling out Giggs, to be talking about funny business. I don't know, and I wouldn't mess about with Giggs as far
Nah,
as you.
I wouldn't. He'll punch you in the face. Allegedly.
Everyone just needs to disassociate and just make sure your shit
It's
is,
so
your house
sad,
is in
though.
order. Get your house in order.
Mary
Everything.
Mary knows some stuff, man.
Mary knows
She
all the
even
stuff.
looks like she knows something.
That's
Mary
what
knows
I'm
all the
saying.
stuff.
Seriously, she knows
all the stuff.
In this whole space, you've got to know Wagwan. Even if you don't know the ins and outs, the finer details, the industry becomes an industry. And you know that wall of silence because starts to get sticky, and the further you go, you implement yourself.
But then do you know what? There is that thing of like, like you might have, so you might grow up with some people that do fuckeries, right?
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily do fuckeries.
Yeah.
Right? And those people know that they can't do fuckeries around you.
Yeah.
Mary might be that person.
that shit
Could
happens.
be,
Yeah.
but she's seen some stuff. She knows.
Yeah, I think she's seen stuff,
she
but
knows
it's like the
she's got
level.
Dark times herself, and
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
people like that, the
Yeah.
industry is very good at catching at your low points and then storing that information to use against you just in case. So there's all of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And it is the association though, because if you know, or you've seen a bit, or you've been in a party and Diddy was doing craziness and you still went to the next party, you may have left a little bit early before it got a bit crazy, but you know that he is about that. That association for me, it's like, no, where's your integrity? Like,
Didn't you always
he's
want to
off.
go to his white parties though?
I
Yeah, I
did.
did.
Always wanted
I
to go to
did.
his white parties.
I always wanted to go to a white party.
Yeah.
I wanted to be part of Bad Boy, man.
Yeah,
I'm saying
that
that
too.
right?
Yeah.
I
that too.
literally wanted to be a
in
part.
total.
Yes.
Me
Yeah.
too. I
Yeah.
cut my hair like that,
Very-
and she cut my hair like that, and everything.
Yeah. And I was
When I
Pam.
got my hair cut, it was because of Total as well.
Yeah.
But what could he have? Even them, like, what have they seen? What has his daughter
Yeah.
seen?
Ugh.
This is the thing.
But
It's
remember
long.
when what's his name? Justin
Justin.
got done for drink driving.
Yeah.
Do you remember what his mum was saying?
Yes.
She was basically telling Diddy to hold your corner before
Yeah.
I run ting. Like
Yeah.
I'll run up my mouth and tell everyone all your business.
They
By all
alleged-
You should mind your you. Yeah.
What was going out on the Lipstick Alley streets is that it was actually Diddy driving, and it wasn't even. It wasn't even.
Oh
Justin.
yeah, I heard that as well.
So
yeah.
again,
he just
it's
took
like,
the rap.
Yeah, he took the rap for
For his
him,
dad.
and
But that would
he's named in this lawsuit. It's like even for that,
But
your
that's what I
son is in it.
mean.
Like, would you not
You're
be like, I'm
so
gonna put him
messy.
on?
The
And-
thing that
yeah,
you
and
said
his
as
son's
well
his, like,
about the
little
son being in the
protege.
room and someone got shot, like, what you got your kid in?
Yes.
You know, he had promise as well. He was like a football player.
maybe Diddy should hire Mia Culpa to help him.
Segue.
He shouldn't do that. She didn't even win.
Spoilers. Not that I'm ever going to finish that
Oh,
film.
serious?
I'm
Oh,
never
no,
going
we
to finish
are
it.
We've
No,
done
it's
a
cool.
whole spoiler.
It's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
It's like
okay.
I tried my
So-
best.
Oh, how far did you get?
About 42 minutes.
Oh, did you? So what part did you go to? What's the last thing?
Fair.
Her coming back to the.
I can't even remember.
I can't even remember half.
I actually
Serious?
can't remember, but it was like
Yeah.
halfway through, and I was just like, I can't with this. It's like I really
So-
tried.
Our enemy of progress this week is Mr. Tyler Perry, and his enemy for being the gift and the curse to black film industry. Mia Culpa is an unnecessarily trash film, starring the wonderful, the beautiful,
The amazing.
the amazing Kelly Rowland, and the equally gorgeous Trevante Rhodes. I love him. I hate his beard. I love him.
I like his beard. I like a
beards. I
beard.
hate beard gang. I don't like it.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Okay.
I don't. Anyway, all that black excellence should have brought us to the promised land in this wonderful film, Mea Culpa, that was heavily promoted. We had a beautiful, glamorous premiere that Beyonce and her mum, the whole clan
Everyone.
came down.
Yeah.
Then you had a beautiful screening that Kelly hosted. The pictures, gorgeous, beautiful black women having fun at the screening. And then you see it's written, directed, and produced by Tyler Perry, and you start to grit your teeth. Aunties, did you watch, as you've just revealed, did you watch Mea Culpa? What are your thoughts? And how can we be proud yet so disgusted with Uncle Tyler in the same breath?
I don't know about the last one,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay, I'm proud of the studio. I'm proud of the shit that he's built. He's grafted Chitlin Circuit to Hollywood to being one of the only black men to own a studio. We're forgetting Caribbean and Africa. There are studio owners in those countries too. But prominently in the Western space in Hollywood, Tyler Perry's done his thing, built it in Atlanta. It's amazing.
Yeah.
However,
It's poor.
How are you gonna do all of that and still produce this? That's my problem with this. Like I can't. I just think it's actually diabolical that he would use Kelly in this way, and Kelly would allow herself to be used in this way.
Yeah.
It's an insult. Do you know what I mean? It's an insult to the craft of acting, to producing, to directing. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
It's
terrible.
offensive.
It is offensive. And the fact that they had this promo run that got all of us excited to watch this pile of crock. It actually is. I feel like this is all by design. It's a part of white supremacy. They think that black people can't actually take on intelligent media or have art or just anything that sembles actually realism. And they gave us Tyler Perry as a hero, and they want us to feed on his shit that he puts out there. This is a travesty, and he puts out a lot of shit. He needs to employ some writers. He needs to employ some directors and some producers. You can't do everything.
Because his studio could be amazing.
Yes.
He has the means and the facilities to actually make magic.
Yeah.
But his ego is getting in the way.
I don't understand. I actually don't understand, because if it is white supremacy, then that's the basis of it, then there's nothing to explore. But I really can't, it really, really frustrates me. I don't understand why you're happy with this. Like, I understand he's got an audience that has got him to where he's got to, and he stands on that audience because the Mardia family, all that franchise, Why Did I Get Married? He's got a community of people that will, no matter what he does, they will back him. So it's like, he will argue that he's speaking to that audience that support him no matter what. But there's a generation of black filmmakers that would love to work in this space and contribute and make the industry better. This is very much like when we had an award show in the UK called Screen Nation. And I swear, so many of us young people were like, we will help the founders of Screen Nation do better. But yet there's a generation of young people that went through supporting that team and being done over and treated like shit because there was just greed, and I don't know what it was that was at the heart of the person that founded the Screen Nation Awards, but we were all just like sold a dream and then let down so royally. And I feel like this is the similar thing.
Don't you think it's like about the gatekeeping? Why I say it's white supremacy is they prop up a particular type of person who becomes a gatekeeper, who is inadequate. And they know that they're inadequate and inept. And they seem to be able to get the funding. They prop them up. They're the ones that are held as a hero. And as soon as you get close to them, you're like, how is this person being placed in this position? Because they actually can't do the job. And I think that's by design. And that is Tyler Perry. Like, really, yes, there is an audience that will take on this shit.
But same
actually,
audience,
you're not actually growing that audience.
Thank
you're not
you.
actually feeding their minds. You're not actually giving them an art form to grow
Challenge and
into.
grow. Yeah.
To actually be like, actually, no, what I was watching, what we watched when we were 5 is not what we want to watch when we're 25. But if you're selling the same shit,
Nana.
people are going to be like, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
You
It's actually
literally
out of
took the
order.
words. All of those words that you just said is what I was going to come with, because that's nonsense. He should be evolving. He should not be putting out the same shit that he was putting out 20 years ago.
Yeah. He
just
the
shouldn't.
visuals have improved.
Yeah, but that's because that's not him.
There
That's
was still-
fucking
there was still
technology.
dodgy
What-
with it.
sorry,
That's
No,
technology.
I'm saying the visuals, like the quality, the visual
the quality.
quality.
That is
of the-
that is technology. That is camera.
It was
That's cameras. That's
okay.
film.
I'm
That's
saying
not
the
him.
no, hear me out. The
Go on.
visuals have improved. I didn't say they're competitive to what else is going on in the world, but they've improved from where he started.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that's improved. That's all I'm saying. That the visuals,
He
like,
can't take
that was a
credit for
nice,
that.
shiny, glossy show where we could have had
He cannot
a
take credit
strong
for that.
story. And the thing is, remember when he put out that tweet, I think it was during lockdown, and he said work ethic, and it showed stacks and stacks and stacks of scripts as if to say, you guys don't work like me. And people took so much umbrage with that because all those stacks of scripts, all those shows, you've got Oval, you've got Sisters, you've got a Netflix deal that's coming. So you're going to be churning out more content, but you refuse to have a writer's room. And it's like, why?
It's
White supremacy,
greedy.
it's greed.
It's greed.
It
It's
is
ego.
greed.
It's
Directed,
all of
produced
that.
by Tyler Perry. The minute
all
you
of
see
that.
that, it's like,
It's
and I
a
don't want to
wrap.
cuss him.
It's a wrap.
It
I don't want
shouldn't
to
be
cuss.
that.
I don't want to cuss him too.
I'm
but
not watching anything.
No.
I'm not watching anything.
And
to
I,
do with it.
I
It
have
was
actually
only because of
avoided.
Kelly.
Thank you.
It's
I've
only
actually
Kelly.
avoided most Tyler Perry things. I don't even like Medea. I don't even like it.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I think
I
I've
don't
watched the
watch
it.
first
My
one. I
mum
don't
does.
ever
I
want to
think
watch it
one
again.
clip. I watched one
Yeah,
clip. I was
I
like,
don't-
what the hell is
But
this?
do you know what? Do you know what the thing is?
No, because it's you
No,
know what
it's
it
dumb,
is.
it's
It's a
dumb.
poor man's fucking. What's the one with Martin
Big
Long?
Mama, Big Mama's
It's
house.
a poor
Oh,
man's
is
that.
it?
Yeah,
It's
it
just
is,
it's
it is.
his
Yeah.
version of that. I
The
don't
thing is, we've
want to
got
watch it.
just have a section for better content. You can speak to your Chitlin Circuit crowd, because there were a lot of people in the comments that are like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. You lot are bougie. You lot are enemies of progress.
It's got nothing to do with bouginess. It's got to do with your content. Your content is crap. It is absolutely fucking awful, and
Sorry,
you've got to
I'm
stop.
sorry, Miss Kelly Rowland, yeah, he had her up there with some rubbish wig. Talking to you, Tyler. Some rubbish wig. Her nose was shining, bruv.
Yeah.
Why is your nose shining in scenes?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think he does that stuff on. But
It also,
please.
I don't want to cuss. I don't because it's very difficult. But I almost feel like there were people in the. It almost feels like there were people in the room with like boards with the lines up, because
Oh,
the,
you
the
think?
acting was wooden across the board.
Oh.
But then also, you could be an okay actor, but you could, with a strong director, you
Strong
can pull that
director,
performance
strong
out of
script.
you.
yeah.
Pull that performance.
Yeah.
Even the sex scene that people are like, oh, even, and I love Trevante. Man's got body, yoddy for days. Man's fit. Even that sex scene couldn't save it. I love Trevante, I love you, yeah. But even your bum rolling like a roller coaster just seemed voyeuristic and
It's just so
pervacious.
difficult.
But it was just stupid.
It just
They were
seemed
on
so dumb.
paint. It was
And
like
the people,
funny.
so people like,
But the
least
thing is,
effects
it's
and
like you
loading.
literally had this white chick sucking your dick a couple of minutes ago and then riding you, and then Kelly's gone and come back to see you doing this, and now she wants to have sex with you. That's crazy.
Only
Someone
Tyler.
said-
That's
Only
crazy.
Tyler will put that.
He does that for
Seriously.
he did that for the, you know, for the clickbait. Someone said, like, ain't no way you go and touch the Kelly Rowland with that mayo still on your hands. It's a bit rude. But
It is rude.
It is rude. But it was that scene. But I think he put in very clickbait scenes. The mum being unnecessarily rude from the jump. And the mum
Yeah.
having children that don't belong to her.
I mean, it's
Even
what?
That's a standard. I saw this meme actually. It was like how to spot a Tyler Perry film.
Yep.
1, infidelity. 2, domestic violence. 3, unnecessary sex scenes.
Yep.
4, unconnected plot twists. 5, attractive man, no job.
Yep.
6, dark-skinned woman, many jobs. 7, random white person.
Yeah,
Was that
always.
not in that?
Yeah.
whole-
I was so not. So you lot didn't warn me. I was not expecting.
And someone said also, I knew that movie was about to be some bullshit when Tyler Perry sprinkled the phrase "tender dick" in the dialogue. I missed that.
Did you not notice that on
I
Netflix?
did hear it, but I can't remember where exactly.
Exactly.
On Netflix, you know, in the description, it just says sex. That's it. You know,
It'll give you dystopian.
No
thing.
way.
it just says.
That's
Like,
very
I put the
order.
film on, yeah, and I saw that, and I paused it, and I was laughing for about 10 minutes.
That's
and I
actually
put it back.
racist.
It just, it doesn't say anything else. It doesn't say language. It doesn't say anything. Violence,
Oh
murder,
my
nothing.
God.
Do
Just
you not care about
sex.
the plot holes?
The plot
we
holes.
care?
There's too
Why did
many.
they take the ride on the motorbike just to come back home?
It didn't make any sense whatsoever.
How and when did Heidi agree to fake her death? How did they get DNA in fractured bones? Did Heidi go to jail? Was losing his job fake? Like, what was all of that?
Because he doesn't have a writer's room.
Yeah, there's no
is
one.
where he's just writing by himself. And
He's like, someone's saying to him, his AD is probably like, and he's like, don't worry about it.
we'll
Don't
get
worry
it,
about
we'll
it.
do
Do you know what I mean?
No
No one's going to remember that.
Yeah, exactly.
he's like dead. He is treating us like we're all dumb.
Yes.
And that's what I don't
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't understand why you'd want to, because you could. The thing is, you could be even more successful.
You don't need to write and direct it. Just be the producer.
Honestly.
That's all you've got to do. There are some amazing, talented people out there who that is what they're here for.
To get, like, you could be the blueprint, like,
Do you know how great it is?
stepping stone to greatness.
Do you know how great it is that he's got his own studio? I find that, obviously, that's my world, isn't it? I find that super inspiring. Like, I would love to have my own studio by the time I'm his age, or whatever. But it's like, I'm not then gonna start writing and like directing everything myself. I'm just not gonna do it.
Directed and produced by Father
Putting
Charles.
your name on everything, but I'm not watching anything. I don't care who's in it.
Yeah.
I'm not supporting.
I think
I
that's
feel
it.
sorry for Kelly. I really.
Do you though? Because you, it's not like we all don't know what a Tyler project.
She even said that he needed.
We'll forgive
No,
Kelly.
I forgive her.
Yeah.
I've forgiven her already.
Yeah,
it's not her fault.
It's not
That's why I
her.
feel sorry for her.
But not feel
Because
sorry, because I think she saw the script.
Got her.
No, she saw the script.
And she turned it down.
No, but the thing is,
she turned it down.
She legitimizes that.
Yeah.
Because there's no way we would have watched it.
Yeah, no.
I know for
She's
me,
complicit.
I'm not watching that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If it was some
Have
random
you seen
shit.
that meme where they said that Tyler Perry has asked Diana Ross repeatedly, and she said no. The only time he's ever met her, and she said no.
She's not going to be in
She's
any
not
of
going
this
to work.
No.
with
film.
it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Bloody ridiculous.
More
What's
people
that
needed
show
to say
that you made me watch on the lawyer show?
Oh, that one. Yeah, no,
No, not Suits.
Oh,
The one on
The black one.
yeah.
With the black gal.
And it had the hip hop
And she has the
soundtrack.
awful wigs.
Oof.
Oh, that was produced by
I tried.
Oh, no, that was
who is that,
that was
produced
actually
by?
funny.
It wasn't Tyler Perry. No,
No,
it
it's what's
No,
her
it
name?
was good.
It's the White House lady. What's it? No. Why can't I remember her name?
Kerry Wash? No.
Kerry Washington.
Kerry
It's
Washington.
produced by her, isn't it?
It's not good.
It was giving me those vibes to begin with.
Yeah, it's giving,
it wasn't good.
what do you call it? It's giving internet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's actually giving internet.
Yeah.
It's not giving.
It wasn't. It could have been a little series, didn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't need to
And
be a film.
I was saying that, what do you call it? Kelly's character seemed like it was supposed to be Jessica in Suits. That's what they were going
I
for.
didn't ever watch
Do you
it.
know what I mean?
Though.
Yeah, nice
So
day.
that's what he was going for.
Yeah,
They
but I
tried,
think
yeah.
she should go in the Suits remake. I think she would be good in that. Like,
I love that you
Yeah.
have faith in this chick.
no, I think, you know what? If this is her starting point, then it's okay for her. Do you know what I mean? She can only go
Yeah,
from
we
strength
actually
to
can't
strength.
judge
Do you
this
know what I mean?
performance because it wasn't a strong supporting team
No.
around her. So
And people just gassing the thing. Like, so many people around there saying it's great. It's
Yeah.
like,
it's wild that I'm seeing out there.
yeah,
Okay,
Folks are
It's
liars.
insane.
they really are.
Shad, take it away.
Okay, cool. So, question mark around this enemy in progress, but a lot happened. So imagine you decide to buy some tickets to take your boyfriend to a concert. Your boyfriend kindly brings you to the front of the stage of one of your favorite artists, and that artist says, "You know what? I want that girl on the stage." And your boyfriend's like, "Okay, go for it." Do you know what I mean? And you get up on the stage.
I don't know if that happened.
No, hold on. You get up on the stage and you're overcome with excitement and you give the best dance you've ever danced in your life. And while that's happening, your boyfriend, unfortunately, is filmed by so many people and he's horrified at what's happened. And everyone's laughing at him en masse.
On mass.
En masse. Imagine that was you.
Virally.
This has actually happened. Poor Jess went on stage.
Poor Jess.
Yes.
Jess!
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Hold on a second. Hold on. What's happening? Hold on.
I'm with it. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Poor Jess. Poor
I'm
Jess.
with
Poor
you.
Jess.
Yeah.
She's received death threats.
Okay.
She's received, do you know what I mean? Like bullying for, going on the stage for her favorite artist, because her boyfriend, I think he's been embarrassed. He's definitely been embarrassed. He's been bombarded. They've both been bombarded. She had to put out an apology, a public apology and stuff, while her boyfriend actually goes on to like internet sensation Kai Cenat
Yeah.
show. Although Jess was asked to go on the show.
Yes.
I'm glad you put that in.
Yes, because I know it's coming. She was asked on the show and she was like, "Can I be compensated?" And Kai Cenat's basically said no. Do you know what I mean? And he put that out there. I don't think that was cool,
Yeah, that
to
wasn't
be
either.
honest.
That
I don't
wasn't
think so. But yeah, the boyfriend goes on the show. He gets 20 grand. He gets all this popularity. I think he was like matched to go with a girl in, this, in the dating part of it. And as well, he's got like a advert with Morley's.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do, apparently. Do you know what I mean? Like, what the hell? And yeah, I just want to know, guys, do you think that this Omalay's enemy of progress? Is it just enemy of progress? Is it the boyfriend? Is it Kai Cenat? Did you see it? How would you feel if that was you? Thoughts?
Who's the enemy of progress in this one?
I think everybody's complicit.
The boyfriend too.
Yeah.
No, okay, the boyfriend, he's at the bottom of the complicitness. Yeah, he's not. Like, I'll take the boyfriend out, but I think this was way overblown. I think in the moment, it was a bit of excitement. She did the most going on. She did. Wait.
Yeah.
She did the most, shaking a bomb bomb. She did a great big, dance. She did her video vixen best. It went a bit far when the white sheet went down and the silhouette of her looking like she lipped him, did all sorts to him.
Yeah.
I get it. And if I had a man, maybe I would like, maybe I'm going to do half of that. I'm going to go up, but I might not do as much. It didn't need to blow up.
So
the way
is she
it
the
did.
enemy then?
No, everybody is. The internet is the enemy for going too far, death threats, going on, all this conversation, and teasing the guy, teasing the
part.
girl. It's a conversation, yes, a little moment, but everyone took it way too far, and it got beyond the girl. The girl's having to do two-part apology. And,
that's too
and so
much.
she didn't even have to. Ideally, she didn't have to apologise to no one. Who are you apologising to?
Yeah.
Her man.
But that's
Should
what she's
apologise
come
to her
back
man.
and said.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, allow
It's
it.
like bun you guys.
Basically, and Kai Cenat definitely agree. Why are you releasing that information? Because I don't think she was wrong to ask for money.
No.
Maybe she was like, she's not wrong for asking for money because she's going to get asked. You're going to use her for your show. You're making bare millions. Pay her. And to kind of pay the boyfriend to kind of get her back and like, well, I paid you. Should. That's all spite.
He done it to humble
That's
her.
spite. That's spite.
Yeah.
That's spite.
That's conjuncture. We don't know that was
Exactly.
the motivation behind it. I think she was silly.
Allegedly.
I think she,
What's your point? No.
Allegedly.
Do you know what I mean? Look who it is bringing up allegedly, you know? Okay.
I think that Kai Cenat was actually well within his rights to release that information that she should have gone on his platform. He is one of the biggest influencers in the world at this moment in time.
Shouldn't
If he's
do anything.
asking to talk with you, go on his platform and apologize and calm the internet down. She made it worse. She kind of elevated the hate. Not saying that the internet, folks are mad. Standardly, people on the internet are absolutely bonkers.
Mad.
She didn't deserve what came at her, but she could have played it smarter. So for that, I am filing her under an enemy of her own progress because she could have. Yes, you went on stage, got overexcited, you was dancing like a stripper. You're young. It's what people do. I blame Young Miami and all of those people. Actually,
Where the hell did that come from?
Wow. Young man just catching strays.
I blame them for what she was doing. She was just acting. She was just doing her thing. But she could have apologized through Kai Cenat, and she didn't. And I appreciate that my nephew has gone over his hurt because he was embarrassed on the internet and his ego must have been decimated.
That I feel sorry.
So I'm glad that he has got some money and people are like, I like him. He's tall, dark and handsome. I like that for him. Those are my thoughts.
Okay. I think that if it was me and that was Christopher Brown, we might have a problem. No, but seriously, I feel like she could go and dance, yeah, but she was doing too much. The only person she has to apologise to is her boyfriend. She don't need to apologise to nobody else because you don't lay down with her. It's not your fucking business. Calm the fuck down.
Right.
You keyboard warriors. It's got nothing to do with you, yeah?
That
She doesn't have to
part.
come. Asking my man for money, I understand it, but I kind of feel like, who are you? You're asking him for money already. He probably would have paid her. I don't like the fact that he released it. That's petty. Why did he need to do that? I don't like that. The only person in this equation who's not the enemy is the boyfriend. Everybody else is an enemy.
Bro. No, I'm not rating the boyfriend either. I'm not gonna lie.
Nothing.
Nah, man.
What
Because
did the boyfriend do?
I think like because
Yeah, he didn't buy the
he
ticket.
didn't even buy the
She
ticket.
bought the
She
ticket.
bought the
Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. He didn't even buy the ticket, and he's been rewarded because he's a simp.
Oh,
He is.
Oh.
Sade.
someone did say, as a grown man, you have no business being that close to the stage.
Thank
anyway.
you.
I don't know about that. But
No, but thank
down
you.
to the stage so she
He
can-
brought it there. They said, "Oh, you want your girl to go up?" He allowed it.
well, you can't hold
What,
her back.
what do you
though.
want to do? Chain her
You
like
can't not allow it.
Not
innit?
saying
that would
Because
be
if he
another
said,
story.
Not saying that you should do that, but there are ways and means that you can discourage
The thing
that
is, though,
situation.
no, in all honesty,
Doesn't have to be
you can have a
physical.
conversation beforehand, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
They.
Yeah.
Beforehand, and they agreed that she's allowed to go on stage because Omalay's her guy.
Yes.
Well, then what's the problem?
But
I
this is
take
what
it
I'm
back.
saying.
He's
This is
the
what I'm
enemy.
saying.
And
He's the
everybody's
enemy.
the enemy.
No,
No,
let his
if he's-
cock like
Sorry,
start
just to
touching her.
clarify.
Everyone, listen.
If you guys didn't hear it,
Go
sorry, the niece did say that apparently they spoke beforehand and they agreed that if she was allowed to go, if she gets the chance to go on stage, that was okay because that's her guy.
But he didn't say it's okay for you to have your bum in his cock.
Listen.
But does he not
didn't
know?
say that.
What does he
That's-
get?
Has he seen her dance before?
What does it say?
Has
Does
he seen her
know
dance before? And
Does
what
he
do you
think a
think
dance is a
people
dance?
do
Yeah.
when they bring them up on stage?
Exactly.
Do they do the waltz? No, they don't do
No.
the waltz. They do.
Do you know what I
they don't
mean?
do that.
I think he knew what was going on. This is what I'm saying.
People
The
say
fact
it's a bit of a
that
setup.
people are, it might be a setup to be fair. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that people are just backing him blindly, it's just basic misogyny. Do you know what I mean? Like him going on Kai Cenat's show, getting all these props for
I
going on the
agree.
show. If the girl went on the show, regardless of what Kai Cenat is like, the people in the comments would have finished her.
Yeah.
Why should she subject herself to that without compensation? That make no sense to me.
I think she was
Do you
right
know
for
what I
the
mean?
compensation talk, and I think actually going in and she doesn't even she's not an influencer. She actually wasn't, or is she an influencer?
She was
Yeah,
trying.
yeah.
Well,
She's a
maybe mini,
dancer, I
a
think.
little,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But saying that going on Kai's
But
show
didn't she ask
to-
for 10 grand?
I don't know.
No,
how
no,
much
no. She didn't
for.
ask for anything. She said, "Can I be compensated?"
I've heard that then, that she was asking for 10 grand.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they've embellished because
Yeah.
he didn't
Okay.
even say a figure.
Because that's
Yeah.
why
And
I
that's the
was a
thing,
bit
she's
like,
right.
10
She's
grand.
okay to ask for money, and also going on, and she can't guarantee, as Auntie Sade, that she can't guarantee that her going on there is going to be the apology that sages the audience. They're just going to go for her.
She
might
wouldn't
not
apologise
settle
for
it. She
shit.
wouldn't,
Money
because she
is
just would.
worse.
It's not.
She made it
not.
worse for herself.
But
No,
I don't think that's
Kai
wrong.
Cenat
Kai Cenat
putting
did.
it out,
Yeah.
there
that was
made
petty.
it worse.
Because
that was
He
petty.
didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
If he
Petty
didn't
and
put it out,
unprofessional.
no one would have that opinion
Yeah.
of her.
Yeah.
Petty
He
and
decided to
unprofessional.
put it out to teach her a lesson that you shouldn't ask for money.
And it's
Who
like,
the
why
fuck
would
are
you do that? And then also,
Do you know what I mean?
to pay the guy, like, look, I would have paid you anyway. That's
Oh, fuck off.
that's not nice.
But
There's
maybe
no
he
need
would
to
have.
do
No, but
that.
maybe he would have paid her.
But
No,
that's
but
what- why
it's-
make
it's
it
coming
like,
from
well,
an
now,
arrogant-
haha,
Did
serves
he-
you
but
right.
it's arrogant
Wait,
place.
hold on. Did he say that though?
No, but
So then that's an assumption, isn't
okay.
it?
Let's allegedly. but the series of events, she asks for compensation. He says, "Bun you, you're not coming on." Then he's like, "I'm gonna have the guy on," and look, he got 20K. It's petty. The series of events shows that.
But
it's
no, it's petty because you're assuming that he doesn't pay people.
No, I didn't
If
say
he-
that. I
No,
didn't say
no,
that
no,
was
Then
no.
what's petty about
The
it?
petty
Pettiness
is
is-
that he showed to the
That's
world.
the part that I think
that's
is
what
petty.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't think it's
That's
petty
the
that he's
petty.
paid the
No,
guy.
no,
no,
it's not-
no.
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
not what I'm
okay.
saying.
It's that he's brought her down to bring him up.
Yes.
And that was unnecessary. He
Yeah.
didn't need
Yeah,
to do that.
I don't
Yeah.
agree with
He
that
didn't
at
need
all.
to do
He
that
really
at all.
shouldn't have done that.
No, what side of history do you want to be on?
But now I move for
Wrong side.
Yeah, she does. But I do
But
feel
anyway,
like
so all of
everyone's
us, it's
everyone's
like-
in the bin
Everyone's
for
in
me
the bin,
now.
to be
I didn't know that
fair.
about the
Yeah,
boyfriend.
yeah. And also, let me just point out as well, yeah, I want to be clear. Them two, they're going to get back together.
They are.
They're going to get
They're
back
back
together.
together now.
Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And she's gonna get back together. So.
100%.
But
Gonna
He's
get
gonna
back
take that
together.
20 grand and take her to another concert.
Yeah.
he was being threatened in the Morley's ad in the comments. People were like,
Threatened?
anyhow,
Yeah,
you
go back
take
together.
back that chick, we are going to switch on you. So
And this is the whole thing. It's like it's so much.
So
'Cause people were
stupid.
saying like he's like a budget whatever, and saying like if it's Burna Boy or if it's someone else. And it's like the levels of celebrity where
But
it
that's her
becomes okay.
guy.
Wait, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like the levels of celebrity because you lot don't rate OMAH LA, then you're saying that's not good enough. But okay, we'll allow you if it's Burna Boy.
They don't
What's the
know
morals?
OMAH.
Where
They
are
don't
the
know
morals?
him.
They don't know
That's the
him.
thing.
They
That wasn't the point people were making.
Yes, it was.
It was the point of being made was that Omalay brings a girl on every single concert.
Chris Brown style.
Whereas someone like Rema, if Rema picks you out of the crowd, you know you're something special. If Burna do it for somebody that's gonna make you feel special, not someone who's
Fine.
a basic babe. That was the whole.
Okay.
Okay.
That's why.
That's why we need the young ones.
That's why he brought the gal to the front, because it's standard, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
All right.
So it was highly likely.
Yeah, and if
they maxed it. Oh, you know what?
Listen.
If this was planned, it's excellent. Mark.
Well done.
yeah.
No,
Seriously.
Kai did ask him.
Yeah.
And he said, I swear it wasn't. It's not.
Okay.
Because I was like, this is great marketing. I was thinking, he should have said it was marketing. Like, I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
But he was like, no, it actually isn't at all. And we just went along. It's like, nobody has paid us for anything. Like, he said all of that. So, yeah.
Jazz is one of the girls on Kai Cenat show.
Yeah.
Oh, and he didn't pick her.
Yeah.
And he should have picked her. Oh,
Basically.
okay. All right. Now
Yeah.
I knew I
Yeah.
weren't getting that advert.
Yeah, that's what someone else was. I got it from the comments. Like Jazz is someone. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So, guys, have you heard of Ben Anderson? He's apparently been found guilty of, he has been accused of defrauding investors. Do you know who he is?
I do know him.
Yeah.
Diary of a Dad.
And he's founder of a music company called what? Musicalize.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ramel London used to present for them.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Pretty
So,
sure.
Yeah, so him
Pretty
and his
sure.
wife Sophie have been accused of defrauding investors, allegedly stealing $8 million by promising high-profile concerts featuring artists like Snoop Dogg and Beyonce, but reportedly failed to deliver. They allegedly fabricated invoices and bank statements to conceal their actions, according to London Circuit Commercial Court. The couple claimed to be prominent figures in the music industry and deny that they were incapable of organising concerts for renowned pop stars. They've expressed commitment to repay all of the debts incurred and attribute the collapse of their business to unforeseen circumstances such as the pandemic and the tragic death of their twin babies. However, the representation, Jonathan Cohen, KC, representing the claimants, labelled the Andersons as fraudsters who spent the embezzled funds on a luxurious living rather than organising concerts. According to him, they are common or garden grifters. The case is ongoing. But in all of this, lots of pictures of Ben Anderson, not one of his wife, Sophie, who is Caucasian.
Yes. And apparently Sophie was the one that was running the business and he was the one that was looking after the kids more. So I don't know why it's all of his pictures, because she does have pictures on the internet as well. I follow both of them and she does have pictures out there. But for some reason it's all on Ben. I don't know. This sounds wild. From just watching them as mum and pop influencers, I didn't even know about their business. I didn't know how they made money, why they lived in a mansion, none of that stuff. I was very surprised. Because he seemed like a stand-up geezer, like properly looks after his kids. I don't know. It's a bit mad. And why isn't Sophie present?
Why isn't she in? That's why I kind of put her as enemy of progress. Why aren't you visible? I mean, it's a dodgy situation. So you don't really want your face out there, but letting your man's picture be out there, I don't know. Is there a way to
But
be
is that-
righteous in that? I don't think that.
Is that that's not necessarily her fault, is it?
No,
right? That's
yeah,
the publication on the platforms.
Yeah.
And like, is that across the board, or is that just black platforms?
I've Googled and I've just seen that like the national papers, his picture.
It was
I
just
haven't seen
his,
her picture.
Okay, well, criminalisation
out
of black
for now.
people. That's
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of a black man specifically.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Well,
You know?
it's ongoing, so we probably will double back and chat about this.
Because for real, you're not going to then be like, hang on, why have you only got my husband? Put my picture.
Yeah, exactly. It's me.
They've got your
I'm
picture again.
responsible.
I'm so sorry. Oh, and
You're
you
gonna
look
stay in the
good though,
background.
babe.
Well, maybe he's doing the Prince Charming thing and like
I'm just taking the hit.
Like, yeah, taking a hit.
I mean, maybe they got 6 kids.
Boys, one of them's got to stay at home, innit?
For real. If
Maybe it's
they
that.
if they, found guilty and somebody's
it's
going
that
to go prison, you don't want both of them going to
No.
prison. That's
No.
6 children.
Yeah.
So let's have the black man go.
I mean, it's not that. They might have had a conversation amongst themselves, innit?
I'm just saying, like.
Don't we keep saying
They
people
got a
need their
little
mums?
baby. Like, in the grand scheme of their family, she had a premature baby like last year.
That's not nice.
She's probably needed at home a little bit more than he is
Yeah.
for that baby.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the loss of their twins either. So
But if she was running the business,
Yeah, I know. It's not
But then
fair.
who
I'm
was that
just, I'm just
criminal?
talking about mother.
Mad thing.
I know, but it's not. It's
that's
nuts.
a mad thing.
It's nuts.
what are you thinking? What's
Is
No,
that
there
should
was
she-
one criminal, and the woman went to jail, and the guy didn't. I can't remember. It's an American case. And she
Yeah.
She did some fraud thing like that.
Oh,
as
I
well.
was going to say,
So it's
there's
not
another
that.
yeah, the next family. That's another influence of Flanders. Let's go into Miss Tiffany Haddish.
Okay, Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany.
Tiffany. Can we call her that?
Fuckery.
I think she needs help.
What do you guys think of this? Yeah, so I have watched a couple of Tiffany's lives from Israel. Tiffany Haddish went to Israel. She said, while she was on the plane, she did a live saying, I'm going to see what is happening for myself because I don't trust what's out there in the news. That was one thing that she said. And then she proceeded to basically go on a tour of various sites in Israel and go live while she's there. And it really, to me, felt like a massive ad campaign to kind of legitimize what Israel is doing and to show Israel as a destination that has preserved history, that they are very colonizer British. It was like she's going to like museums and churches and just being like, look, and the guide is like, look, this is what happened when we took over. We finished this building. We preserved this place. And she's going around Israel doing all of that.
Like a propaganda tour.
Very much so. And she did a couple of comedy shows out there with a known comedian who has questionable comedy and is backing the Israeli government as well. And she did a show with him. So I can't support her.
Fucking finished with her. I'm done with her. I am so over Tiffany Haddish, yeah? Because you're going on this fucking tour and you're seeing these buildings. Oh, look at the church that we salvaged while you've bombed how many mosques and how many churches and killed how many people and all this shit. I'm done with her. You've got no excuse. You want to see the real thing. Did you go to Palestine?
No.
Did you go to the West Bank? Did she go to any of those places?
No.
Did she go and see the starving people? Did she go to any of these fucking places? She got paid to go and do this thing, and that's fuckeries. She's on a plane, kikiing, laughing and smiling, while people are dying. It is in the poorest of tastes. Yeah. And I've got no time for her. And the fact that she actually came out and said, I don't have a man to support me. I'm doing this thing by myself. So what? Mm-hmm. Wrong is wrong and right is right. You're on the wrong side of history. It's just, it's disgusting. It's in this climate, that's what she chose to go and do.
Yeah. She's treating it like it's like an internet like rumor. Like you can't say I need to see for myself. This is not, Monique talking about Oprah. Like you want to have split sides and opinions. This is a bigger thing. It's a real life war. You don't need to go and see. You're not a news correspondent. You're not a politician. Mm-hmm. You are just a comedian. In that respect, in the grand scheme of things, you are just a comedian and an actress. You do not need to insert yourself in the conversation in this way. You're better off just saying, I'm going to perform in Israel and that's it. Better just be honest.
Do you know the other thing that people were saying as well, yeah? Like, no one knew you were going.
No one knew you were
going.
No
one knew that she was going. She highlighted this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to highlight this. You're acting like people are coming for you, but no one knew that you were going.
No, but that's why it's paid. I mean, there's like loads of evidence that basically the Israeli government has been paying various people in propaganda. I mean, even when I go on YouTube all the time, I'm getting an Israeli advert all the time. Like they spend so much money on propaganda, and that Tiffany, as a converted Jewish woman, would be a part of that. I don't know. It hurts my heart.
It hurts my heart.
Because I thought she was better than
me too. Because the thing is, what she's doing, she's confusing Judaism with Zionism.
Yes.
They're two very, very different things. Mm-hmm. Is she not paying attention to the millions of Jewish people that are out there protesting every single day? Every single day. And saying, not in my name. She's not paying no attention to that. No. She wants to go and see for herself.
Yes.
Yeah, I just don't think she's not the, what do you call it? She's not, what do you call it?
Spokesperson.
She's not an ambassador. She's not the US ambassador.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, who the hell does she think she is? Like, you know what it reminds me of? Like, Dennis Rodman when he went to go see...
To save the day.
King yeah. Sorry, apologies. But like, that's what it's reminding me of. But I can't take that I can't take her seriously.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that she needs help. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So. Like it seems like she's got a problem with alcohol and she needs support. Yeah. That's what it seems like.
It seems like especially since that court case regarding, that skit that she did.
But that's why I'm finished with her too.
Like she's spiraling
DUI.
And DUIs. It feels like from that court case and that bit of cancellation. She's been on a downhill slope.
Money as well. But
Yeah.
it's just, you know, they always need to get somebody.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that it's been her that has been used in this way. And even now, like the media that she has on her page and what she's trying to push, and it's every which way of just really calling out Israel. It's always like, yeah, we want this war. It's not a war.
Stop calling
It's
it a
not
war. It's
They
not
don't
a
have
war.
the same weaponry. It's not a war. You are literally just killing people. And for her to really sit on this side of, no, but they're defending themselves. Like one video, the woman says 138 hostages are still in Gaza and we want them back. There, to this day, the numbers are 20,000 that have been taken from Palestine into Israel as hostages with no criminal charges. They are literally in camps, 20,000 to 130. So that 130, their humanity is more than 20,000 people who were just roaming the road.
I saw a mother
out and about.
I saw a mother in the West Bank, climb on top of like a military vehicle, not police, sorry, that would be too civilized, on top of a military vehicle where they were trying to take two of her sons who were under 13 years old. Fuck off. Come on now. Like, you're talking about the hostages. Free everybody then, innit?
Yeah.
On both sides.
sides.
Free everybody.
Yeah.
Because you are clapping people off the streets every single day with no charges, no nothing.
Yeah, just keeping them.
What about all those people, all those men that you took and you stripped naked? Where are all those men?
are they?
We're talking about doctors. We're talking about nurses. We're talking about all different types of people who are there to help the sick and the wounded. What about them? You want us to focus on 130? Yes, I want those people free. I also want the Palestinians free.
Yes.
Like, shut up. I'm sick of this. Another thing that's annoying me as well, the people who we can't name, they were saying weeks ago, we'll give you back, give us back. Well, they were ready to negotiate weeks ago. The other side don't want to negotiate.
Yes.
They want to flatten.
Yes.
They are out there showing maps saying there can be no peace.
Yes. We basically want
And
the
being
land.
backed by the West.
Yes, but most definitely. I mean, even now, our government, bring it back to home.
Yeah.
Our Home Secretary is saying, like, literally, okay, we've heard you. Stop protesting now.
Oh my God, he's the enemy. I wanted to talk about him. He's the enemy.
It's
Enough
okay
already.
now.
Oh,
Yeah,
calm
like,
down.
calm down.
Yeah, we've
And
heard
then
you.
they're sitting on the fence in the UN decision, like when they're doing the decisions, whatever. US is abstaining always, not abstaining. They're denying, they're vetoing.
Vetoing,
And then the UK's staying in the middle, neutral. Why?
They're not voicing. At this
Yeah.
moment. Before
Yeah.
they were with the US and they were.
And now they're staying
But
neutral.
now they're being
neutral.
like, we don't know.
Neutrality's a
And let's
complicit.
Exactly.
talk about what happened in Parliament. I know it was like last week, but with the Speaker and the Labour Party and all these different. So the SNP?
Yeah.
The SNP wanted to bring out, they wanted to vote on something. And the Labour Party, because they knew that it would give SNP too much power, they wanted to bring in their own vote. So the Speaker of the House was allowing both things to happen, but allowing Labour to have theirs first. And it all kicked off, and then politicians ended up walking out. People are dying. Yeah, you've got David Lammy, and I'm sorry, you're on my enemy list as well.
I
now.
mean, he's been.
You've got
been
David
years,
Lammy.
yeah,
I know, but you're talking about, oh, I'm not going to vote because it means that these lot will get it will influence the next election. The next fucking election. What's wrong
No
with
one
you?
cares. No one cares.
Where's your humanity?
It's
A
actually
child
disgusting.
died. Like, there are children dying from starvation.
Yeah.
Starvation. People are eating bird seed.
Yeah.
It's the 21st century. Like, what the actual fuck is happening? It's heartbreaking.
It is.
It is.
It really is super sad. And even with Tiffany, that she would say, I need to see it for herself, where my feed is full of
There's enough
Palestinian
stuff- there's enough
people
stuff to see.
getting their message out and showing video and literally being like, this is what I woke up to today on various sides, from Gaza to actually the West Bank.
Thank you.
Which is the other side of the country.
Which has
But they're
nothing
still
to do
killing them
with
as
the
well.
people who they're saying they're
Exactly.
fighting.
Has nothing to do with Gaza at all. But they've been killing them. Like, it's literally over 70 years of trying to wipe out a population of people.
And it's
to
not
take
just the
over
West
land.
Bank, it's also in other areas as well where they're just clapping their land. You've got settlers going and taking these people's land.
That's because-
They'll wake up and there will be bulldozers just bulldozing their land. And there's nothing that these people can do to protect themselves. How can you... So I'm going to slap you in the face 1,000 times and I expect no reaction from you.
Yeah, that's.
I'm going to cage you in and slap you for years and years and years, and you don't expect anything. I'm dominating you and you don't expect anything. And you're going to, the minute I poke you in your rib, you're going to turn around and tell me that, oh, I'm defending myself.
Yeah.
I mean,
It will go on. Tiffany, no.
Tiffany's in the bin forever. I
just
will never forgive her. I will never forgive her.
Whilst you're on your wild streak.
Whilst I'm on this, the other person who is in firmly in the bin, like he's so in the bin, he has become the bin, is, what's his name? Khalid Muhammad, also known as AKA another fucking idiot move. He is in the bin because rather than actually talking about what's happening to his people, he's online showing his bodyguards carrying him out of the car because he don't want to dirty up his sneakers.
Sorry.
Like, he's not said a single word. This is a Palestinian American. He's not said a single word. And I'm not necessarily saying that he has to say anything, but he's not even saying anything like, let's call for a ceasefire.
No.
Because that's the least you can do, innit? The least you can do is say, let's have a ceasefire.
Or just don't.
no, he has to talk. Listen,
no,
if something like this was happening in Ghana,
Yeah, we be speaking.
and one of the most prominent, Stormzy, is silent, and he's going about his business. He's releasing music. He's going on tour. He's being carried by 2 white men here. Like, literally, he's just doing his thing. And there is a genocide happening in Ghana.
That's true.
No, it's not okay.
It's not
It's
okay.
not
Because
okay.
There's not a lot of Palestinians that even made it out of Palestine.
Thank you.
There's not a lot of Palestinians that say that they're Palestinian.
Yeah, that's very true.
So the fact that we know he is and he ain't talking.
Yeah, I was about to say, does he
he's
ever
silent.
does he even uphold his heritage? Has he ever done that before?
I saw him in an interview years ago with the
never-
guy
I
that
never
used to
knew,
do.
no.
So the guy that used to do, what's that show on CNN that died? Larry?
Larry King?
Yes, him.
Yeah.
He was on his interview years ago, and he was asking him about it must have been the last atrocity that was happening.
Yeah.
He was asking him, well, maybe years ago because Larry King's been dead a while, but he was asking him about, how do you feel about it? And he was so like on the fence. Oh, I'm all about peace. That's literally what he said.
He's scared
that's
to-
the only time. And the only reason why I've seen this, and I've only seen this recently, is because I've gone deep diving.
Yeah.
To see, has this man actually ever said anything
Yeah.
about your people?
Because I actually had forgotten that he's even Palestinian, number one. And number two, that video, I watched the clip of him being carried. All gimmicks, it's a gimmick, is a gimmick. But it's also inappropriate, and it's also capitalism. It just reeks of the way you're desperate for the bag.
Yeah.
And just the chokehold that materialism has on our culture, because he's part of our culture. And I hate that. Can't get the Jeezy, the Jordans
Yeah.
dirty.
So in the comments-
it's just shit. It's shit.
It's gross. In the comments, so many people, and I've been on multiple platforms, so many people are calling him a clown. They're saying he doesn't even support his own people. The human race is getting more and more ridiculous.
Yeah.
While his people are being blown up, this is what he's doing. You're worried about your Jays, but an entire country is in shambles. Why are you not, it's just like people are going in on him, and rightly so.
Yes, for real.
Just if you don't want to be involved because you want to sit on that fence and you're scared of upsetting your supporters or you're actually the people that are funding you, at least say you want a ceasefire, innit? Call for a ceasefire.
Yes, yeah, at the very least.
At the very least, just say stop it.
Definitely.
All right, guys, we got to welcome some people to the family because we could stay an enemy all day.
Yeah.
Who we first want to welcome to the family are all the black celebrities.
Sorry, did we miss Drake?
We have to move on.
Okay,
otherwise we
that's
are never
fine.
gonna
I
get
just
through.
wanted to throw it out there, but okay.
Drake is an enemy of progress, yes.
Yeah.
Always for me. Anyway, carry on.
Yep. Okay, so all the black celebrities who invested in Nala's baby. That's the skincare range from Crept and his wife. I can't.
Not wife,
Sorry,
ex-girlfriend.
partner Sasha Elise.
She's not his
Ex-girlfriend.
partner either.
Oh no, it's broken
Ex-girlfriend.
up.
Oh my gosh, years
Yeah.
ago.
I
His baby
missed
mother.
that.
Oh my god, so long ago.
I thought they were still together.
Oh my
But what I love, this is even more welcoming.
Even since they've
they're
been doing this
co-parenting
business, they've
nicely.
not even been
Didn't even
together.
know that. I didn't know. That's really beautiful. They're working together in unity. I love it even more. Anyway, so I don't get in their business. I'm not in their business.
I mean, we
Okay.
literally spoke about it.
I forget. I'm old.
We did.
I'm an
We did.
auntie. I am an auntie. All right.
Okay.
Auntie of all aunties.
Yes,
That's
Sasha
what I was.
Elise.
Thank you. Raised over 7 figures in funding from investors including Anthony Joshua, Crep's rap and business partner Conan, supermodel Jordan Dunn, presenter and social media personality Young Philly, and a few more. So I just thought that was really, very sweet, very heartwarming, and this is what we need. More black rich folks from the UK investing in black people's businesses,
Yeah.
specifically from the UK.
Shouldn't they
great.
just
It's lovely.
do it? Anyway,
Right. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think they should just do it, but I think also we should highlight it and celebrate it. It make
I'd
everyone
like
feel
to get to a
warm.
point where we don't have to highlight it because it's just standard. But
It's what
I
it
hear you.
happened. Yeah. No, it's lovely. More of this.
But
Yeah.
it's like more good news, also cutting through all the bullshit. This is actually nice news to talk about. We had a long enemies list.
Judy Love,
Yay.
the first Black British woman to sell out the Palladium of Jamaican descent. And that's great. And Judy, like, we would just love Judy on
Love
the show.
Judy.
Come on.
Yeah,
I've messaged you.
yeah, she's one of our brethren. So
Scott, come on. I've got a funny story for you, Judy, when you come on.
there
Seeing as we
go.
both worked in the same place.
We love Judy, we do.
Yeah, that's an amazing achievement. And again, we need more of this.
Yeah,
Yes.
She shouldn't be the first.
absolutely not.
And we need more now.
Absolutely.
Okay, that door has been broken. Palladium, come on, let's have more.
That's it. All right,
Sold
guys.
tickets.
Wait, are we not talking about Wendy?
Oh, Wendy.
We should say something about Wendy.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Do you want to lead on that?
Go on then.
Yeah, so like Wendy Williams, ex-talk show host, a documentary came out about her called Where is Wendy Williams? We've been wondering because we haven't seen her on our screens. And before the documentary came out, about, what was it, 2 days before, it was contested, basically. And, well, two things. It was contested because her guardians didn't want it to go out because she had a recent diagnosis of dementia. And the documentary itself is a difficult watch. It's an absolutely difficult watch. And although, like, you know, Wendy's kind of known as the queen of mean, do you know what I mean? Like, this was actually really kind of heartbreaking to watch someone in decline and actually have people around her that seemingly do not have her best interest at heart. The struggles, like, with her, and like reports coming out from a family member saying that they want to be able to, because she's got conservatorship now,
Yeah.
and it's not with the family.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. Do you know what I mean? Have you guys seen the clips?
scary.
Obviously, it's not in the UK at the moment. It's really annoying
Yeah.
that we can't see it. But then at the same time, I kind of like don't want to watch it. But do you know what I mean? Like,
The
I've
clips
seen
were a
the-
lot. innit?
yeah,
Yeah, I've
Sad.
I've seen people calling for it to be like removed. It shouldn't even be out.
really.
No, I don't think it should. So I probably watched about 20 clips in total, which probably went over the first two shows compared to people talking about the last episode. I know I haven't seen anything from that. And I found it really hard to watch. And I was like, for her dignity,
Yes,
we
it's that.
should not be seeing this decline
Yeah.
because we didn't see it with Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
We had,
Yeah.
you know, when people are ill,
Barbara
but
Walters.
they are allowed to be ill.
Yeah.
And all we get is updates from the family, like, and that's it. But this was too close and it's suspect as hell. There was nobody in there that I actually trusted, her son included.
Yeah.
Everybody, I was like, nah, this is dodgy. Why has this been okay? Like, why are you named as a producer on this? Why are you even doing a piece to camera? This is off. Like, she doesn't seem to be secure from anybody.
No.
It's really horrible.
Not everything needs to be filmed and documented. There's no need. Preserve her legacy.
Yeah.
She's an icon, whether you like her or not. She's done a phenomenal thing in the world of talk show and gossip and celebrityism, celebritydom. There's no need to destroy her legacy like that. Absolutely not.
It's just very sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad. I watched a clip, not from, it was from documentary, and it was like she was out to lunch and her dad was there and she mixed up someone. She didn't realise it was her brother. And you just saw the look on her dad's face and he was heartbroken.
Yeah.
And like, that's a private moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we don't need to see that. Like, we've all gone through things with our family, and I would hate for it to be filmed.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
It's
like,
not- it's very
what's
sad.
the resolution? What are we getting out of this? What are you trying to say about your mother, your business partner, your boss? What are you trying to say? What do you want us to draw from this documentary?
because the thing
What are we
is-
supposed to learn?
Yeah, the thing is with dementia as well. Like, part of the issue for them when they're fading in and out is that they feel like they're aware that they're losing themselves.
They have lucidity.
Yeah?
and not-
Yeah.
They're aware of it, and it makes them sad. And you're filming this. You're filming her, and she's, as you said, she's an icon. Whether you love her or hate her, she's an icon, and she's been in a certain place. And would she really want this?
She would
really.
not. She would
It's
not.
not nice.
She cusses everyone. Like, if you don't,
Yeah.
if you don't look on point, Wendy's doesn't even like our nappy hair. Like, she would not have her, you know, because there's scenes with her wig slipping. She wouldn't have it.
Yeah.
Whatever you think of her, she would not have her. She wouldn't be out there looking rough.
Even
Not
her,
everything
what,
for
her
money.
ex-husband as well.
Yeah,
Like, if
mate.
he was, although he is a questionable,
An enemy,
do you know what I mean?
100%.
Like, he wouldn't allow this.
No.
Like,
I mean,
absolutely
he
not.
said he's put out stuff. I mean, it's easy from his vantage point.
Of
because
course.
obviously he was removed.
Yeah.
But he has been like, look, you know, people are sympathizing with her sister, but basically it's like her sister was selling her out. This is what he's saying. Kevin put out a statement saying she was the guardian and was still trying to be like, no, Wendy could still do a show because there was a bag there. And then it got taken from her because they believed that Wendy was well enough to still be performing. So they removed her out of the thing and then realized actually she's not. But they had already switched it over. It seems like it's all for money.
It is.
Which is
Always.
scary in
And
itself.
it's the conservatorship as well.
Yeah.
It's given
Yeah.
Britney.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Britney was on a Britney did not want to be in Vegas as long as she was. And they were given it, they were popping
Rolling
all
her
the
out.
pills.
But they do.
Yes. Was what they were trying to do, though, because
Yeah.
she is... We see that from a few clips I've seen, she kind of... It's not that they're stopping her from drinking, but they're also...
Not stopping
They're
her.
not stopping
Yeah.
her.
They're not
Because
stopping
she
her.
can't go out, innit? At this point, she can't just go out to an off license and get the stuff.
Yeah.
So somebody must be bringing the
coming
alcohol.
from? Alcohol,
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
They're
That's
enabling
coming
her.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're enabling her, man.
It's sad. It's very sad.
Everyone involved in that is enemy of progress and ruining her legacy. All right, guys, let's get into some dilemmas. I don't know how many we're going to get through, but we will get through some.
Yes.
We will do it.
We will do it. My sister's a 40-year-old virgin, and I'm worried for her. Dear aunties, my sister's 40 years old and never had sex, and I'm extremely concerned that she's never going to enjoy the sweet delight of dick. She's holding on to the no sex before marriage thing, and the older she gets, the harder it is for her to find
Oh,
a
the
man.
harder it is. It isn't.
The harder it is for her to find a man to wait. I think she should close her eyes and go for it. How can I convince her to take the dick plunge?
Can you ever convince somebody who was really hung up on, I'm going to wait for marriage, to just be like, look, this virginity thing is not that deep. Just get it out of the way. And you're probably going to take the pressure off the relationship and marriage anyway. Because it's a bit much. Unless she finds another virgin, I feel like this is a hide into nowhere. I just think you're too old now.
Oh.
I mean, she's never done it. I think you have to be able to be the example that she can't question. You've got to be like, I had sex before marriage, and look at me, I've been married for 55 years, and it's worked. It seems like
But
she's
then
so
she's gonna be on
self-righteous.
death's door if she waits
I
that
know,
long.
but I'm just saying, like, you've got. I think the person like that who's so self-righteous, scared, or whatever, who's placed sex as such a thing and marriage on such a pinnacle. I feel like they won't listen to anyone that unless they can demonstrate that this is the path I took, and you could be like me, because they're going to be picking holes.
I don't think that's that because it's not about your life here. It's about afterlife. It's about, do you know what I mean? Because you're judged after you die.
Fair enough,
So
if
you
that-
could
yeah.
you'll be living in sin essentially. So
It's
you're
not the
still a
sex,
sinner.
it's the
You're
sex
not an
before
Change
example.
religion, bruv.
Yeah.
Ah.
No, I didn't even think of it like that. For real. Yeah, it is.
It's not here. It's not here and
I'm
now.
going to be judged if I just go and have sex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's that fear.
That's the
I get
thing.
it.
It's not that she's fear of the dick. I mean, at this point,
she might be. She
At,
might also
at
be.
this
Could
point,
have both.
Yeah.
at this point, she might have fear of the
much
dick,
fear.
Yeah.
but she also might be a lesbian. Throwing it out there.
Oh, the religion thing. I can't dare not.
She might be a lesbian,
There's that.
That is true.
but
That's
she
true.
doesn't. She can't tell her family because of the religion.
Yeah.
Might be that.
Ooh.
Might be that. Also, saucy. Also, maybe rather than trying to get your sister laid, what you should do is try to get your sister married. You know,
There's that.
maybe
Potential
like
husband.
introduce her to people of like minds. Maybe do that.
I wonder what
Because
her...
why is it bothering you as well as a sister?
Maybe
Because
she
your
just
sister-
wants her sister to be
Why
settled
though?
down,
Are you
have a
scared that she's going to be with
family.
you in her old age? Like, what's the
No,
problem?
I would be bothered if, as you're my sister, and if you hadn't banged all this time, I'd be like, sis, come on.
And you're
girl.
just waiting for a dude.
Like, and you're waiting to get married. I'd be like,
Maybe
girl,
she's just not that way inclined.
maybe, but I'd still be worried.
But that's
Yeah.
because your thing.
I mean, if she isn't worried herself, but I think I would be as a sibling. I would be like,
Yeah,
come on, man,
come
like,
on.
live your life. Because there's something in delaying, like just getting into adulthood, really. Just being a part of the rat race. Like you're delaying it for some reason. And there's not much, once you get to 40, you know, if you're lucky, you've got more ahead of you than that's gone past, but some people don't. So you just want the person to start living life. You like you want it to happen, whichever way it happens, lesbianism, whatever. But just start living. What
So
are
do you
why
think
are
like
waiting?
you need to have sex?
I was just want to say that I wanted to from Charlie, but I was going to say like,
Yeah. Anyway.
No, I think do you know what? I think that I don't unless you're asexual, I'll say that,
Yeah.
putting that aside, like, I don't think you fully know yourself until you have sex.
Hadda.
So I don't know if you have a full human experience
Exactly.
without
Yeah.
it. Do you know what I mean? Like, unless you're obviously like abstain, like, I don't know, like, and also as well, it's like the marriage thing. It's like dependent, like you're waiting for someone else to have this experience,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And it's, you know, as a I don't know, it's a difficult one because I think I would want, you know, my family to experience life to the fullest. And I think sex is part of that. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would want.
Yeah.
And I don't really believe in marriage. So I couldn't, do you know what I mean? Like, I could just
Couldn't
be
ready
like,
for that.
I think if it was my sibling, and it really was about marriage, and no sex before marriage, we'd need to explore that. And I'd have to find out, like, well, okay, what are you doing to facilitate a marriage then? You know, but if it's not about that and it's just you're scared of the D, then that's a different
Do it.
conversation.
Right, so what's our advice to this person? How does she convince us?
Go on Christian dating websites.
Yeah.
But it's true, but I'm being honest.
but this is the thing.
Yeah.
But the problem is though, but the problem is this is how you get, who the fuck did I marry?
Yes.
Oh,
This is how you
not
get
always.
that. No, but
But
like,
do.
You might get,
know
she
what
might
I
get
mean?
Russell Wilson.
She
That's not happening.
segue.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
Like my
really,
segue.
it's really, really difficult. So, yeah.
Okay.
Go
All
for it.
right, hang on. Let me go. Russell Wilson. Okay. Right. So, my wife called my son, and now his mother is mad. I've been married to my wife for 5 years, been with her for 12. I had a child before meeting her, and she's been in my life since my son was about 3. We also have a son together who's 5. Because of a few issues with my son's mum that I don't want to get into, my son lived with me from the age of 4 to 12 when he went back to live with his mum and her new partner. Though my ex and I don't always see eye to eye personally, we co-parent quite well. No courts involved. That is until the other day when my wife shared a picture of our family day out where she said, "Lovely day with my husband and sons." Literally within minutes of this post going up, I get a call from my son's mum cussing me and my wife out, saying she's disrespectful and I'm out of order and I'm brainwashing our son against her. I think she's overreacting and being oversensitive about my wife. And my wife was about my wife. Okay. I think there's underlying jealousy. I told her this, and now she's threatening to take me to court to basically control the access to get my son. I'm fuming. The last time he came around, he was rude to my wife, and I know it's because his mum is in his head. Is there anything wrong with my wife calling my son? How do we calm this situation down? What do we do?
There's nothing wrong with.
Is there?
There's nothing
I don't
wrong.
know.
What do you
know what?
I've got issues with it. I can't
okay.
lie.
Yeah.
I think if the other parent is active in the child's life, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that that's a step parent. Then, do you know what I mean? Like, I think you're trying, like, you cannot encroach on the active parent's position, role. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't. I think that is sacred, and like, it's too much. Like, how can I explain? Like, a lot of people co-parent, right? Do you know what I mean? And like, say if the child is with the mum, like during the week, and with the dad on the weekend, but that's what they've arranged. They haven't gone court. Like, they're active, they're paying for stuff, they're doing all this kind of thing. So, mother gets a partner.
Yeah.
That's no, I'm an active parent. That's my son. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't say that, you can't take ownership of that now. Do you know what I mean? Just because you're with the
That's
partner.
fair.
So the partner can't say,
Yeah.
Son.
that's
No,
my son.
Do you know what?
I think you have to be mindful. Like,
You
I
do
think
have to
it's
be
like
mindful, I
you
get
can't
it.
just throw these things away just because, yes, you feel love for the child and all this kind of stuff and everything like that. But you cannot, because you don't want to do anything that pushes the active other parent away, because there's a lot of connotations to that. If you start calling the partner stepdad, that's like to say that your dad's not active, but your dad is active.
But
Do you know what I mean?
I think I went straight to she's not out of order. I absolutely hear what you're saying because I wasn't looking at it from that perspective. But I think, again, it's going to be a lot of maybes and whatabouteries. But in that moment, if you're putting up a post, you're not. There's something also saying my son and his brother, or the two boys. There's removing that. So if it was a thoughtless post in a thoughtful way, that my husband had a lovely day out with my husband and sons, and it was that moment of a very family unit day, and you had a great time, and you just put that caption up there without thinking about those extra things, I don't think she's wrong, but I definitely think there is an element of erasing someone's position. I know I'm protective of my child, and someone else coming into that space saying, this is my daughter, depending on who it is and what their relation is like, I might feel super sensitive. But also, I am in that situation where my daughter does have someone that she calls stepmom, and in certain situations, I think her stepmom does say, this is my daughter. I'm not bothered about that, but I get everyone's on a different journey, and it seems like this woman had a backstory of issues. So her sensitivity to her name being mum of this child, I do understand from your perspective that there has to be some extra mindfulness, because it seems like she wasn't able to be a mum at a certain time.
What else would she say?
Yeah,
Do you know
I don't
what?
understand
But you
that.
can say
No,
bonus daughter.
thank you. I was
bonus
gonna say
son,
that.
Well,
like-
that might be
No,
a
because can I say
Right,
something?
but it is what it is.
When you were saying it, I was thinking to myself, at first I was like, oh no, what's the problem? And then I thought to myself, Farah, hold on a minute, hold up, wait a minute. You're telling me if Egypt's dad and his gal said, oh, my daughter, you're going to feel okay. And I would not feel okay with that, yeah? I want to have a nice relationship with my daughter's husband, my daughter's dad's girlfriend. I want us to be fine and all that stuff. But don't you ever say that's your you. Don't say it. Yeah, like what I think you should say is bonus. Like, oh, my daughter and my bonus daughter. Like, I'm happy for you to say that, but it's petty, because she might not say that in real life, or she might not even act like that in real life. But to the world, it presents this thing of, I'm not involved, because why are you saying that's your child? It's not like, acknowledge me, innit? Acknowledge the fact that that is not your child. Acknowledge the fact that you love this child like your own, 100%. But say bonus. That bonus thing is great.
Just add to it. Do you know who does that very well?
Jada.
Tina Knowles.
Tina Knowles.
Yeah.
So when she was with Richard Lawson,
Yeah.
Bianca's a bonus daughter.
Yeah.
But so
You know
does
what I mean?
Jada.
That relationship is no longer. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't fit, and that's a part of it as well. If that relationship breaks down,
Is
like,
that
do you know what I
still
mean?
your son or daughter?
Like, it's complicated.
Yes.
So let's be clear. Like, let's be clear. It doesn't have to be like the child can know that, you know, the partner loves them and and this, that, the other. But your mum's your mum, your dad's your dad.
And I want you
I
to
think
feel
that's fair, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, like thinking about it, because I similarly had that same journey of thought of, what's the problem? But really, for all of my friends that have gone through that, and a few of them have had a step parent that has come and gone, who acted like that's my child,
And then
they have come and gone, and they don't pet for that kid when they're out the picture. And so, at the time, it literally was like, oh, here's my family, my sons, my daughters, but then they're gone and they're not there. So, that clear distinction, I think bonus is a good...
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Has to
that's
be
fair.
defined.
I don't think the going to court, I think it's gone further than is necessary.
That's
in this
super
case.
extreme.
But that speaks to her sensitivity.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
said that. So I get it.
It's a conversation, isn't it?
I think this is also down to your household, because I think different households operate in different ways. Like I said, I'm in that situation similarly, and I'm not going to be vexed. I believe me and my daughter's relationship is so secure that she knows I'm just warning you as well.
Yeah.
There's no woman that comes before me as your mum. I've
But
done
if
the
you
work.
was vexed,
But if I was vexed, then it would have to be a conversation.
It's a conversation.
It's a conversation.
Absolutely.
It's not, I'm gonna go to court.
I'm never going to go to
No,
court.
no, no.
But I am going to say
Conversation.
to you, I'm going to actually say to her, you know, I know you love her, but
Mind
you know,
yourself. Let's not
not
do
get
that.
carried away.
Yeah.
innit?
Oh, God,
Seriously.
it's such a
I
thing.
think it's that quick of a conversation.
that's it.
Just-
Conversation.
It's okay. This is.
I appreciate you love her.
You've put it out there, but next time when you're
Yeah.
doing a caption, they're not your sons. My son
it.
can go under a bonus son, and that's how it needs to be.
Absolutely.
And Russell Wilson is still going through this as well, because he was at Future's child was at a game or something, got coaching from Stephen Curry, and I think Russell said he's a proud dad, and then people on the internet took umbrage with it. And in that respect, I think Russell Wilson's been known that he's been there since Baby Future was like 3 or something like that,
Maybe
or
even
younger. From Baby or something like that.
I think in that case, it's down to how involved is Big Future.
Right.
Yes.
And if you're not involved, you ain't got a leg to stand on. Don't come around here chatting
tight.
shit,
It's tight.
Right, it's tight.
It's tight.
right?
And he's been known to not be involved.
That's
so
my
so
that's
there we
my
go.
thing.
the fact that Russell was taking him
Because
on.
who's
that's a good
taking him
thing.
to the baseball games or the
Well,
basketball, whatever the hell it is that he's going to?
Right.
It's
Have
not.
we even seen Big Future and Little Future
No,
together?
ever.
There's probably one picture.
I have never seen them together.
All right, next.
He wants to do the next one.
What is the next one?
Am I the asshole?
4.
Hold on.
Go, if you've got it.
What, should I do it?
If you've
Oh,
got
I'm not
it.
doing that one. I'll take the one
I'll
after
do
that.
the next one.
All right,
Okay, I'll take the one after that.
Am I the asshole for telling my ex to fuck off?
Fuck off! Get out of my ass!
My pub.
I broke up with my ex last year. All we did was argue, break up, get back together on repeat. So we finally decided to just be friends. Also, I've met somebody that I really like, who I brought to a friend's birthday party. My ex was at the party, and the minute he saw us, he started dancing and flirting with a girl he cheated on me with back in the early days of our relationship. I was mad because I knew he was trying to piss me off. I have to admit, it worked. And at one point, I had to go outside to calm down. He followed behind me and tried to talk to me, but I told him to fuck off.
You slag. Fucking dirty slag.
For the rest of the party, he ignored me and left without saying bye. The next day, I called him to tell him about himself. It rang, then it went to voicemail. I sent him a WhatsApp, and it's on one tick, unread, and his profile picture has gone. I've been blocked. I've tried to call a few times, and I get the same ring and answer machine every time. I spoke to his closest friend to try and find out what's going on, but he's playing dumb. I'm trying not to be bothered, but why would my ex do this? It's not that I want him back. I just don't understand. Why would he block me after he was in the wrong? But now I'm thinking, did I go too far? Bringing a new friend to the party? Was I wrong to be disrespectful for telling him to fuck off? Can you guys help me?
I'm going to cut to Charlotte. What did you say last week?
What did I say?
Like, why do you care?
No, it's true. Honestly, no. She's worrying about the wrong thing. Like, honestly, like, you can't be worried about what you said and who you brought and stuff. He's blocked you.
He's blocked you.
That is the point here. He's blocked you. Do you know what I mean? And you need to get over it. Stop calling. Stop messaging. Let it go.
Yeah.
She's being an idiot, isn't it?
Be more like
She's being
Elsa.
emotionally challenged.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be more like Elsa. Let
It's
it
like
go.
that ending that she needs.
Yeah.
Like,
She wants completion.
Yeah.
That's what she wants. She wants to get
She wants
it
the
all.
buzz.
So basically,
Yeah.
when she said "fuck off," she wanted to say more, but she couldn't say more. She had to like reserve that for later.
Yeah.
And then she wanted to get it out.
She's been
and she
robbed of her
because
argument.
she can't get it out. She's now like, "What do you mean? Why do you care that he's blocked you? Good. I'm glad you've blocked me. I'm gonna block you too. Like, we don't need to talk in it.
Yeah.
That's it.
'cause she still
Sometimes
likes
in
him.
life, you don't always get resolution.
She still likes him.
Yeah.
She
And
does
I think,
still
I
like
think
him.
you've got to be honest with yourself. You still like this brother.
I think she's used to the back and forth.
Yeah, she was playing the same game. You just got.
Yeah.
Basically, you tried to bring a new dude, and you thought that your ex was gonna be like, "Oh my god, this is so annoying," and he's gonna harass
And he
you.
was. He was
All
dancing.
He did was crying on the girl that he cheated on you with, and now you're pissed that he got one up on you. Let it
You've
go.
given the ball.
It's
top ball.
that part.
The
It's
ball's back in its
toxic.
court. You should have left it.
Yeah.
She
It was in
should-
your court.
She should have just said
Yeah.
"fuck off."
Yeah.
And that was it.
And left it at that.
Left it at that.
Block be damned.
Now he's playing mind games. He's actually
taking the
games.
piss.
He's taking the piss. He's 100.
He's actually taking the
No,
piss.
hold on, wait.
So you need to.
Is he taking the piss?
He won.
He is
No,
taking
he
the
is.
piss.
Wait.
He won.
Is
He won.
He's won.
Yeah.
I'll
But
give
he's
you that.
taking the piss.
But is he taking the piss?
Yeah.
She came to the place, yeah, with new man. He didn't go with a girl that he cheated on.
Yeah.
He went. She came with new man.
Yeah.
But that's not taking
Yeah,
the piss. She's
But the
moved
girl that
on.
you cheated
No.
with me on.
Yeah, no, but he didn't go with the girl.
No, but he's
the
still
girl was
taking-
there.
But he did something petty
Because
in
she
the
came
moment.
with new man.
Yeah, but that's not- that's petty
So he's like,
behaviour.
"Oh, you're gonna come with
I'm not
new
gonna
man."
lie.
That's petty.
It might have been more than fuck off.
Yeah.
if that was
With a
me.
rev
I
in the
don't know.
head, kicking the
it's
balls.
fair.
It's
like,
seriously.
Yeah,
It is
I'll
fair.
be
Don't
fuming.
do that.
Don't
Like,
embarrass me.
Don't leave the night and then I'm blocked and then I'm bothered. No, I'm not bothered anymore.
But you know what? He
you
wouldn't know.
don't. You actually don't exist.
I wouldn't know that he's.
You
I
get-
wouldn't know
Yeah.
that he's blocked me
Yeah.
because I am not calling you.
ever.
That's why he won.
Because when I told you
why
to
he won.
fuck off,
Yeah.
that's it for me.
And I
innit?
meant it.
I meant it wholeheartedly. I don't even need to know what happens next.
Yeah.
Chick
I don't
didn't
need to
mean
get
it.
it out.
She
But
didn't mean it.
this
It's not
chick,
completely-
Go and
Nah.
fuck
she
the girl.
thought,
She needs a
yeah,
bit more-
she
needs a bit more of
thought,
an
oh,
argument.
okay,
Yeah.
we do this.
Yeah. She wanted more. You just played yourself.
Yeah.
Once you contacted his close friend, he won. And I would be sitting there if I was that dude, like, ha, got that little bitch. Like, don't do that again.
He's filed her in the
Well, he's-
will fuck again column.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he probably could.
Yeah.
Have some more self-respect. Do not
Yeah.
go for this dude again. It's
Ever.
toxic.
Focus on the new guy.
To answer her
He's a good
question,
one.
Right?
why would
Even if
why
I'm the new guy, I'm running.
Oh, yeah. There's
Oh,
that.
yeah, for real,
how much
innit?
has
he,
he
sh-
seen?
he shouldn't
Yeah. It's
know
true.
any of
She's
that.
toxic for you.
But You she know what I shouldn't mean? focus
But
on
to answer
old
her question, what should she? Do you know what I mean? Like, was she? was
back on
he?
track.
Yeah, like was
Was she wrong?
was she wrong? I think like no. Why did he block her? Like because he can.
And he
You know
can.
what I mean?
He
'Cause
did it
And
to
you
him.
embarrass
He did it
him.
to spiteful. He did it
So
to
like you
embarrass
need to
him.
move on.
And he can.
Yeah. He
This
thought-
is probably what
yeah.
he does.
Yeah.
I bet it's not the first time he's blocked you.
Probably not.
Evil.
She's probably done it too. He just won this time. But
Yeah.
don't go.
Round 10.
This
Don't
tennis
do it in the
is
merry-go-round,
like done
man.
with the game, innit?
All right, next.
Okay, should I tell my best friend his new partner has a history of cheating? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, I recently learned that my gay best friend's boyfriend has a history of cheating. He cheated on his previous partner while they were supposed to be exclusive. They've been together for 8 months now, and I'm torn about whether I should tell my friend about this or let him remain unaware. FYI, I found out about the cheating from the person who was cheated on, who told me whilst drunk. They seem genuine though, and I see no reason for someone to lie about being cheated on. I mean, people lie all the time.
Everything. Everything.
The other thing is that my best friend's boyfriend lives in the same building as the person that he cheated
Ooh.
with.
So he's got
Local dick.
Woo! Opportunity. Opportunity.
I always maintain keep your mouth stum.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever is done
You
in
do.
the dark will come to light.
light.
I'm giving you that same advice.
I don't like being the one to know. And on a few occasions, I've been the one to tell. I've suffered, but then at the same time, the person that I suffered on the receiving end of her not believing me, we don't talk anymore. So that's that.
And you know what? Yeah, I'm with you on this. Not always, but on this occasion, with this particular scenario, because just because you cheated once does not make you a cheater. You know, he could have been in a fucked up relationship.
Huh?
What?
It doesn't make you a cheater. Like, it doesn't mean that if you cheat once, if you
Once a
cheat
cheater,
once,
always a cheater.
all right, Rachel from Friends. But it doesn't mean that. Like, he could have been in a really toxic relationship. The person he was with could have been cheated on. We don't actually know what happened in that previous relationship. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes you act out if stuff is going on. It doesn't necessarily mean that the person that he's with now, he doesn't love and adore that person and wants to be loyal and faithful. So you could be putting something in that relationship that's actually okay at the moment. You could be
Yes.
putting like negativity into your brethren's mind, and then every time that person goes out, he's gonna be like, "Where are you? What are you doing?" And it just sets the tone that is not necessary. If he cheated on your brethren, tell.
Yes.
He didn't cheat on your brethren.
But the thing is,
Bro, you can't do that.
what
Do you know, if that's my best friend, yeah, that's my best friend, and I know that her current his current boyfriend is an ex-cheater or has cheated previously, and the person that he cheated with lives in the same building. Opportune dick at any time. Absolutely.
No,
I'm running. I'm
running?
running.
Are you sprinting? Are you out of breath?
you know what I mean? I think it's that best friend. If your best friend hasn't told you that, you know what, the relationship hasn't got to the point where you've like talked about your history, you've talked about your secrets, you've like laid your cards on the table. We're together 8 months. You know my past, I know your past. So your friend's walking blindly into this relationship. It's 8 months in, falling in love, and then you have a piece of information that this guy's got a history of cheating, and the person he cheats on is in his building. That's the sensitive
Hold on a second.
moment.
No, there's a different way of doing things, though.
How'd you do it?
She could say to her, or he could say to his friend, "Do you know that he used to do a thing with a guy that's in the house that lives? I heard that he does a thing with a guy that lives in the same house as you."
Okay, so it's words.
That's it. Yeah, because the thing is,
No,
like,
but that's not truthful. He cheated with the
No,
guy.
because I firmly believe that if you cheat once, it doesn't necessarily mean
I
that you're
don't
going to
think
be
that's
cheating for
necessarily
life.
history.
No,
I
that's
firmly
fine.
believe
That's
that.
fine. But it's
Yeah, history of
that-
cheating with this one
That is
person.
absolutely fine, but still, my best friend needs to understand the full character
Yeah.
of the person. Sorry, I'm saying she still. What he is.
Yeah.
Like you need to.
You can't be the best friend and know this.
Nah, do you know what I
just
mean?
can't-
No, then we're not best friends then. Because if I can't tell you that, and for you to either bank that information or act on that
Exactly.
information, then we've got a problem.
Yeah.
Do you know
I
what I mean?
understand that part.
Because I
but
couldn't know something about someone that you're seeing and be like,
That's crazy.
If-
that's not.
no, but
That's
like, if you're going to tell me that this man that I'm dating cheated in the past, like,
But why am I-
probably.
but why am I not gonna tell
probably.
you?
Do you know what I mean? Fucking
I'm not
probably.
saying- I'm not
This is precisely why I wouldn't tell, because it's you're not going to be thanked. They're
But then
happy.
we're not friends then.
They're happy at this moment. Okay, so you tell your friend, your man that you're with now, I've heard from somebody that he used to be with, who was drunk when they told me that he was a serial cheater and he cheated with this dude in his building. That person, if they're happy, is not banking you.
That's what
That's
I said.
not-
No. It
No,
depends.
information,
It
though.
depends who it is.
Most definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
You're going to put a spanner in the works of their relationship.
Agreed.
but
And
then-
most times, that is not thankful.
no, but it's not. But you shouldn't.
Yeah, but
you
you
shouldn't
can't-
really be doing it for the thanks. It's like, I know something. I'm sorry to be using you as an example. I know something, and it's a fact that I've been told. If I didn't know or none the wiser, or we discovered at the same time, that's different. But I'm sitting on a piece of information that's
A bad boy piece of information. A bad boy
Big up
piece of
Lonnie Goods.
information. Do you know what I mean?
Anyway.
Every time. We have to say that
Bad
every
piece of
single time.
information. And then I'm sitting there none the wiser. And I'm also slightly like not giving you the facts because it could come out. And then what? It's also a thing like you heard this and you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
That could come as well.
I think I would say to you, I heard that he did a thing with this person that's in the same. What I'm not going to do is feed negativity
trying to
into
feed
your
you, it's not the
relationship.
No, but
I'm not going to do that.
Is that because
Yes.
so because you guys know each other, so like you guys know me, yeah? If I so happen to be dating someone and you found out, tell
No, you
me.
always said that.
You tell
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
yeah.
Even if you don't want to, normally tell me.
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to know.
Because you say
So
that.
like I feel like it's
yeah.
like love languages, right?
Yeah.
You have to say to your friends like how you would like to handle these
Receive
situations.
Yeah.
information.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
But
agree
yeah,
with that.
I
I
think
agree
I
with that.
understand that.
Yeah.
Most definitely, the person would have to stipulate, this is how I would like to receive information. And you definitely have said that more than once.
So
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that with everybody. I'm not following that rule of thumb, especially if I see the person is in the dizzy heights of falling in love. I may say, I heard they did a thing with that dude over
Yeah.
there, you know. That would be it. I'm not going to go into what the drunken person told me, that he cheated
Oh my
on me.
God.
But it's the
with
same
Larry.
thing.
I feel like you have to tell.
But I think-
Okay, like, are you guys saying like, if I see something with your partner, do you not want me to say?
No, I'm not saying. I'm
Don't
not.
tell-
No, hold
I
on.
know
Wait,
manners.
Wait,
Some
wait,
people
wait.
wanna know.
No, listen.
Apocalypse, like-
Listen, that's different because you're seeing something with my partner. You're not seeing something in the past that he did with somebody
No,
else.
but okay, say this scenario. So say if you're seeing someone and like I know in the past he cheated on the person that he was with, you don't want me to say.
Like the previous
You don't
I
partner.
feel, no,
No.
listen,
No,
hold
serious.
on
Do you-
a minute.
no, do-
I feel for me, I can
Yeah.
take it because I know that people fucking cheat in it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to still take that relationship on face value of how you treat me.
Yeah.
But there are some people out there that aren't going to take that.
Yeah,
They're going to really going to double down on that, and it's going to be negative within their relationship.
I think
Yeah.
you know who, and also because there's
So would
something
you want to know?
I want to know.
She wants to know
Yeah.
everything.
No,
Yeah.
but
She wants to know who they dated
No,
in the
I
80s.
wouldn't know.
To be
I want to know every
your-
single
who was
piece of
your
information.
playground?
No, that's
No, I
not
want to
me.
know
That's actually
everything.
not
If it's to do,
me.
if it's in a way that could harm
No,
you,
if-
you
yeah,
wouldn't want
to
to know.
harm me. Yes.
That's my point. So
But
you want to
you're
know who
saying
they
like,
dated in the
I
80s?
wanna
No,
know everything
I
If in the
about
80s, if
even
they
if it
did
doesn't
it,
harm
if they
me, I
did it,
want
she
to know.
wouldn't
I want to
know.
know everything.
So you're saying, so wait, you're saying to me now, yeah? If I found out that a guy that you was, if say you were seeing a guy now, yeah,
Yeah.
and I knew that back in 1995 he cheated on X, Y, Z.
That's not a
Would
story
you
that
want to
If
know?
you know about him, I'm gonna expect we're gonna.
So you'd
talk in
want
it.
to know.
Yeah, but it's, you know the way you're presenting is not what.
But that's what I'm saying. You'd want to know.
Okay, I want to know.
Thank you.
No, because the way you're presenting is to say, I need to know the whole dossier. It's not that. But if you know facts about
If I came and said to you, this
you- if
dude
you know
cheated in
facts
90.
about
Wait a
him-
second. Hold up. Wait a minute.
But you're
If I
making it
said, if
dramatic.
I said to you, X cheated in 1995, I know he cheated in 1995. You're not. That's gonna be it. You're not going to ask me no more questions. There's not going to be any follow-up.
I'm not saying that there's not
But
going to
that's
be.
my point. You'd want to know.
Ja.
You guys are saying the same thing. But yes. Okay, so we've understood. Farah wants to know.
I want to know.
We?
Yes.
No.
All of us three want to know.
Yeah. And I'm
Nana
like,
does not want to
it's
know.
not that I don't want to know. I might not necessarily
Okay.
say.
But I feel like this is a thing about friend etiquette. I think that this in these times now, you have to have these conversations with your
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
I
So
wanna
you
know.
don't, throw a bomb
It's true.
in their thing.
Because you know you've got some friends
Yeah.
that don't want to know anything.
Yeah.
Because the minute you tell them, it's over.
But sometimes, and I would question the friendship.
Exactly.
That's
So would
that's
I.
my
And that's
thing.
fair.
I
So
would
would
question the
I.
friendship.
I think that's fair.
But
So
I
would
think,
I. But you
I
should
think most people, and people say it all the time, they don't want to know. And I think you
No,
have
I
to
think
go
it
on
depends.
to the scale of the relationship and what they're involved in. I would use discernment all the time. What's at stake? Are they really going to take on what I'm saying? Is it detrimental to them? Are they okay in their oblivion?
I mean,
And most of the
but
time,
who
most
are-
people are.
But
I have
also
told
as well,
before.
but who are you to judge that?
That's
How
why
would
I
you know?
keep it to myself.
Do you know what I mean?
I
Like,
have told
Because
before.
I'm not,
I've
in,
said it.
I'm not
I have
in their
multiple.
relationship, and sometimes people say things. I've seen this so many times in family, and they've said the secret, and the couple actually knew.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
true.
definitely
you're
had
now
that.
on the outside, like, oh, so why you said like?
Yeah.
it just muddies the water. There's
For me,
thankless-
for me, there's a
I can't live
protection
in-
of delusion, and it's like
can't live
for the
like that.
sake of society and reputation and ego, we just keep stum.
it's fragile.
For me,
It's fragile.
It's mad.
What's getting me in this scenario is it's in the past. It's not the present. If
Yeah.
it's a present, that's something different. If you're cheating on my friend, that is different.
get
so you
that.
cheated on the
to your
person he
character,
was
man.
with. Not necessarily, though. That's my point.
Speaks to your past character.
But we don't know what they went through. We're going back there.
But then also that's the conversation, because if you went through something that was significant and you haven't revealed that, I
It's
guess
been 8 months, bruv.
like,
I
if
might
you
not have
don't
told
need
you
to say-
everything.
He
But
might-
the
no,
guy's
but
in
just-
the building.
That's the sticky part.
That's the problem. That's the only bit where I would literally just say
That's the
about the
sticky part.
thing. That would be. But I would still judge on the person. Are they going to carry it well? It's not everybody that you tell everything
But that's
to.
why
But I
I
think
would
that's levels of
say
friendship.
he did a thing with so-and-so that lives there. That's
Yeah.
my words in
No,
that
it's
scenario.
not true.
It is true. He did a thing with them.
All right then. Okay.
It's not
that's it.
fully true. It's a mission of truth.
It's
Full
with them.
truth. That's what it is.
All right. So,
Okay.
should she tell her friend? No. You're saying.
I'm
yes.
saying yes.
I'm saying yes, and you're saying.
I'm saying she should say my man did it, or I'm saying he should say my man did a thing with.
She should remix the thing, but tell her
Yeah.
in the way.
That's what I'm saying.
Remix, tell him. Go on, next.
Anyway,
Guys,
am I the asshole for making my wife return 50k? Yes, without even reading
Yes.
the rest of
from
it.
the jump.
Absolutely.
My pregnant wife and I are facing tough times. I lost my job and she had to quit due to illness related to her pregnancy. Our savings are done out. Didn't say that, but he said done. Our savings are done and we have to rely on credit cards until my new job starts in March. My wife confided in her sister about our struggles. However, her sister has never been fond of me. Despite me trying, there's distance between us, probably because you're an arsehole. Anyway, recently, my sister-in-law visited while I was away and criticised the state of our house, the lack of baby supplies, and then she took it upon herself to buy baby items for the house.
That's amazing.
Like,
My wife also mentioned that we had to sell our car to cover bills and rent, so her sister bought her a new car. I don't know what the problem is. Anyway,
I want
and
a sibling like that.
and then to completely outshine me, she sent my wife 50,000 English pounds, telling her that she should spend it on herself and the baby, and not, I quote, on that man. I was angry. I feel undermined, and I think that my sister-in-law is trying to make me out to be a failure. Anyway, when I brought this up to my wife, she argued. And we both said some hurtful things. My wife pushed me. My wife pushed it by saying that I only feel like a failure because I've been failing.
That's the truth.
That's a word.
That actually is the truth. It's not-
Although she said sorry, I ordered her to give everything back to her sister. Because the way I see it, her sister's not gifting to be nice. She's gifting to make me out to look like a shit husband. And am I the arsehole for this?
Yes.
Yes.
Bruv.
A
Wholeheartedly.
resounding. There actually
Yeah.
isn't even a thing
To discuss.
within. You are failing. Like, you may get back on your feet, but let's just call it a spade a spade. You are failing. You've had to sell a car. She's going to have a baby. She hasn't been able to work, and you are in dire straits, and the sister stepped in. The sister stepped in to spite you, to big you up, for whatever reason. It doesn't matter. She stepped in. She stepped in when you couldn't.
Right.
You should actually thank her. Imagine being an arsehole, thoroughly an arsehole, and having a problem with somebody actually helping your family. That's nonsense. You're a waste man.
Waste man.
50K, bruv.
And a car.
Imagine being like, send it back.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So, he's an arsehole. However, is there a world where being the man of your household and shit hasn't been going well, within those confines, is the wife upset? Is it something that you're figuring out? He said he's going to be working in March. So if the sister is coming like to show him up, is she not being a bit funny, getting involved in a relationship and like, there's nothing wrong with lending money or giving money or supporting, but if she's doing it in a way to make the husband feel bad, what's the situation with the husband and wife? Is the sister upset? Is the wife actually upset? And like, my man, is he an arsehole in the situation, or is he just falling on hard times? So I can understand.
But his attitude towards it, if it was just a case of like he's fallen on hard times, his attitude would be different. Do you know what I mean? He's offended
where
that she's helping.
Hold on, let's wait.
He said to outshine me.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
But what if it is like it wasn't done in? What if, I'm just asking, what if the gesture wasn't? Was it like, well, you're shit? Like, because who knows? This sister might have loads of money. I'm just trying to understand, like, because for me, I kind of thought, what if the situation is between the husband and wife, we're figuring it out, and your sister's making me look bad?
We must
Hold on, wait a minute.
No, I'm not
we
saying
must
suffer. I'm not saying
Wait.
We must struggle in poverty.
Let's look at this,
no,
yeah?
no.
Let's look at this.
I'm asking.
Let us look at this, and let us examine the words that the husband is using.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let us look at it.
Yeah, let's go.
You lost your job.
Okay.
Your wife is pregnant. You ain't got no money until March. You had to sell your car to pay your bills.
Because you're not getting
End
paid
of
straight
March.
away
Yes.
as well.
To pay your bills, you had to sell your whip. Yeah, bruv. You're concerned because your sister's outshining you. You should be shining her shoes. The sister-in-law. Are you crazy? You cannot afford to buy nappies, bruv.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Get
What
your
do you
money
think
up,
the
bro.
sister? What do you think the baby is going to do when the baby arrives? What do you think's going to happen? You're telling her to give back the dough. What are you? Have you got
mad.
50K?
You're
Have
mad.
you got 50K?
You're mad.
And actually,
You ain't got no
the
50K.
other thing is you're ordering.
Do you know what I mean?
Who are you? Who are you to order anything? You can't even
You're
afford to
mad.
order a takeaway.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Shut your
You
mouth.
can't order nappies off
What I'm
Amazon.
talking about.
What are you talking about?
Shut your mouth,
Shut
man.
your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. Yeah.
I tried to ask for that.
If you could come round here
It is what it is.
and provide like you're trying to act like you can provide, then go on in it.
Maybe from March onwards you can provide.
Pay the sister
But
back.
until you can match what my sister's doing, relax.
In March, when you
Relax.
get your money, pay my
Relax.
sister back. If you're bothered,
Do you know what I mean? If
pay
you're
my
so
sister
bothered,
back
innit?
then, innit?
You ain't got
It's
the 50K.
true.
You know
He
what
don't
the
have
thing is?
50 pence.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like,
The hell?
you got to pick your wife, innit? Like, your wife has probably come from quite a rich,
Could be
wealthy
that.
family, yeah? And she was like, shit, we have hit on hard times. I need to ask my sister to help us out. That's what your wife did. And you couldn't provide it. She just needs the cushioning. And the sister was like, I'm going to give you the cushioning, 50K. Look, you married a waste man. That's cool. You've got to take that. You've got to take it on the chin. You are a waste man at this moment in time. You could get out of this, though. Use this as inspiration to get your peas up.
But it's true.
No, it's
do
all
you need
do
to
the
do.
opposite
The
of what the
only thing
sister
I will say,
expects.
the only thing I will say is that the sister can't dictate what she uses the money on. Do you know what I mean? So if she uses
On her
the
man.
money on her man,
Yeah.
that's down to the sister. She's allowed to do that. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? That kind of
Yes.
thing. She can't do that. That's the only thing I will say.
I mean,
but she,
From the sister saying, don't spend it on that man. The
Yeah, but
sister's
you
got-
would.
The sister knows some stuff. I was just trying to figure out, because I think that as they always say, the biggest cause of divorce and issues in relationships is money.
Yeah.
So it's just like there is an etiquette to when your husband's falling on hard times. So the male ego is there. And so there's things that, you know, these
This
things
is what
come
I'm
up.
saying. Why are we so protective of the male ego,
I'm
though?
just
What about
exploring
the
it.
female ego?
It's dangerous.
No, it's dangerous.
No. Hold on.
True.
Because
Freaking
the male pride-
dangerous.
and I think that's the thing as well. The male
Seriously.
pride is thing. This man's fuming. I've ordered.
The thing is,
they're
though,
allowed it.
no, but there's a baby involved.
But no, but
There's a baby involved.
The sister, okay, so his wife should not have told him all of the bits from
Yeah.
the sister.
That's
Because
that.
that's causing, you're elevating the beef. He doesn't need to know that your sister said just spend it on you and the
Yeah,
baby. and
yeah,
the-
yeah.
He doesn't need to know that. So it's you're still the overarching asshole because you were demanding that she gives back your it could be your savings actually. if you're starting
50K.
to. You can't give back 50K.
Hold
if
on.
she gave it to you.
50K, baby supplies, and a car.
Yeah, you can't give
seriously.
There's
that
a lot.
back.
You can't give it
Get the
back.
hell out
You
of
don't
here.
have
Just
a car.
relax.
So
Honestly,
wait,
like,
your pregnant wife is getting on transport.
You're dumb.
Your pregnant
You're
wife.
actually a dumb man.
It's
Just
cold.
go, seriously.
No,
Wait.
because you know those families where the sister is an evil bitch.
All I'm
And
saying, let's
you
explore
take
all angles.
You take that money from this sister, and you are beholden onto her ways
But Nana,
forevermore.
but Nana,
the sister could be a
but
villain. I'm not
Nana,
saying she
the
is, but she
sister
could
could
be.
be a bitch. The sister could be a bitch.
She could be.
We don't
She
know.
could be.
But if she's a bitch, you know what you do? You prove her wrong.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah, you work, you get
start
that
your
money
job
back
in
to her.
March.
Get your money
Yeah,
out.
get
You
your
give
money
her
back.
back her money
Yes.
with interest.
With a
you give her
smile.
with
Yeah.
say, thank you so much for helping me out. We really appreciate it. Here's £100,000 for you for
We're
your
going to
time.
name
Yeah,
our
that
child
one.
after you.
Oh, do
Which
not
we're
do
not
that.
doing. Because the child carries that name's his legacy.
Like,
All right.
no.
Quick one. Am I the arsehole for telling another mother our children aren't close because her child is stupid? My daughter, let's call her Jasmine, has been best friends with Marsha since primary school, but since middle school, they've started to grow apart. This all started when my daughter got placed in advanced maths and Marsha was placed in regular maths. At first, they were fine, saw each other around school, still best friends, until they had to work together on group projects. Usually the students get to pick their partners. Jasmine and Marsha usually work together, but that's when the issues began. On one of the projects, Jasmine was frustrated that Marsha kept making mistakes, and after they got a bad grade for it, Jasmine went through a period of fixing Marsha's errors, which further stressed her out, to the point that I told her, stop picking Marsha in it. So they stopped doing projects together, which further put strain on their relationship, and to the point they argued and have fallen out. Jasmine's birthday is coming up. Invites have been sent out, but Marsha obviously wasn't on the invite list. I got a call from Marsha's mum asking why she wasn't invited. I informed her that our kids aren't friends anymore. Marsha's mum said invite her anyway because it will probably blow over. But I said, my daughter's choice, who she invites, I'm not going to force her. So we went back and forth a bit, and then the reason why our daughters aren't friends came up. I said it was due to the girls' intelligence levels being different and tried explaining the group project issue. Marsha's mum was offended, accusing me of calling her kid dumb. I never said that.
You did.
But I did say Marsha.
You
She
did
said,
it.
She said it intellectually.
Yeah.
Because she's intellectual. It's an intellectual family. But I did say Marsha was holding Jasmine back, and it is what it is. Was I wrong for being honest? Should I force Jasmine to invite Marsha to the party?
No, she shouldn't force the child. And sometimes you got to be honest with people. And I actually think the other mother is the absolute asshole. Why are you calling up somebody to beg for your child to go to their party? Have some damn respect. Like, really, this isn't on. And when you put yourself in that position, then you're going to hear the truth from the other person. And the truth is your child is a bit fit.
Child, I eat that.
It's not fair.
I'm just paraphrasing.
In summary.
The mum's, not the mum who said your child's
Marsha's
dumb.
mum.
Marsha's mum's dumb. Because let me tell you this. If you don't invite my daughter anywhere, she ain't going. She's not going.
Not going.
I'm not sending my kid to a party when the other kid doesn't want her there.
No.
Yeah.
That's not a nice experience.
No.
Exactly.
You're not going.
They're not friends.
No.
It's listen, sometimes playground beef is on site for the bums as well. It's stress. Because sometimes you just want to slap a child, you want to slap a child's mum,
Listen.
you want to get involved in the beef because someone's like, but hold on, you don't like my child. Are you mad? Have you seen your child?
There's been times I've
All
wanted
them
to
things.
follow someone.
That's what
I have to restrain myself.
Listen, you just sometimes you want to drag out both of them, put them together. However, you can't get involved because that spills up into the playground. Your child, you're setting Marsha up to get bullied and get teased. Your mum stepped in and you thought, and it's not good.
It's embarrassing.
And
It's
the
so-
honesty part, it is very difficult. But if your child's being held back Usually it's like they're messing about, so they're split up because they're messing about. But if it's intelligence levels, it's a cutthroat world out there.
No, she didn't have to say that. Honestly, she didn't have to say it.
But she spoke about the situation, and it seems like the marshal was like,
Yeah, but like, I just don't know if she needed to. Like, it's already awkward, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, your
she
kid's
doesn't
not
drive
allowed over. Do you know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't even be having this conversation. And to add insult to injury, your child's dumb.
but it sounds like Marsha's mum was pushing it. So then it sounds like Jasmine's
Yeah,
mum
but
was
she's
a bit
done it out
like-
of spite then. Do you know what I mean? She
Yeah.
just didn't
Maybe,
need
yeah.
to. She didn't, do you know what I mean? She didn't have to make her feel that way.
Yeah. She could have just
horrible.
ended with, they're not friends anymore.
Yeah,
But
but
she
you know what I mean?
tried to. It
Or
seems
she'd
like
be
Jasmine's mum
like,
tried
I don't
to.
know, but they're not
I
friends.
think if it was me and the mum came to me, yeah, I'm not going to say your child's a eater.
I'm
I'm
not.
actually not going to say that. But I would just say, you know, they're not friends anymore. And do you really want her to come if they're not friends? It
Yeah.
might be a bit uncomfortable for her. She's probably better off not coming.
Yeah, I'd remix the thing.
I think it's the pushing. If somebody
Yeah.
is really gonna, I'm not saying I'm above really going into why they're no longer friends. I'm not gonna say that they're dumb, but just different sets. There's ways that you can
There's
say
ways
it.
of saying it.
Different
This is
sets.
grown apart.
Yeah,
They're grown apart.
But if
Yeah.
they take umbrage to actually my explanation of they are in different sets, then it could get a little bit spicy. Like, don't-
She's in set A, in set D.
do we have to spell
She
this out?
doesn't
And then
understand
it's
that
gonna be like-
YOU is.
then you take it into another space. Now I know why she has that because of your intelligence, and it gets funny.
Yeah.
Like, don't put yourself in that
Yeah,
position.
it's true.
Yeah.
Have you got time for more?
No.
No.
All right then, guys. On that note, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share. That's my auntie warning.
Pregnant pause.
Don't. Yeah, we'll be back next week.
Okay.
That's been your aunties could never.
Bye-bye now.
Bye bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace out. A-town. Oh, I'm not going to say that anymore.
Oh, mate.
Peace out.
No,
A-town
he's just,
down.
no.
Usher.
Yeah,
I understand
Usher's
he's been
implicated.
mentioned.
But